Hello, everyone. This is your girl Pam at Temples Creek Homestead and more. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming in and joining me on this. I want to say Tuesday night. I kind of got lost right there because Lord knows I thought it was Monday, honey. After that ATL trip and that driving, my mind has been discombobulated. Hey, Deborah Gabber, welcome in. So, guys, hit the like, subscribe, share this video out to let everybody know that your girl is alive. And for those of you all that's in the bushes, welcome. Come on out them bushes. Like literally, come out, come out, come out. Put down in the chat to let us know that you're here. And then you can go back to the bushes. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. What's up, Deborah? What's up, JGGS of Farms? Shout out to Jex. While me and Miss T was on that road, he kept, he like Tampa, how y'all doing? How far y'all got? Bro, Big Bro was on it. I appreciate him, taking the time out to check in on us to see if we made it, to check in to see how everything was going, and then likewise to see if we made it back to Indiana. Lord knows your girl did not want to leave and come back to Indiana. I could have went anywhere else besides Indiana. What's up? What's up, Zeta Rose? How you doing? Big Mike and his squirrels. Hey, cool gamer. Welcome in. Welcome in. TZ. I may come up for a minute. Yes, I got something to show you guys. Hey, Sarah. I spent the day with Mackenzie, having dinner, lunch and talking to her and just going over all about being women. So I had fun with her. And then we went to Sarah's house to spend time with her and her granddaughter. And then we had a girls' day. We painted nails. So I ain't did that in a long time. So your girl kind of feels some type of way. I had to let my hair down. Who else in here I miss. Okay, okay, okay. So, guys, what did y'all do today? What y'all cook? What's up, CC? Y'all know if y'all want to come up here, I already dropped that link. It's been a minute since I seen my peoples, my family. So, yeah, I've been eager to get back on live. I was supposed to go live last night, but I was like drained, literally, I was drained. Yeah, Tigsy, that's cool. That's cool, sis. That is so cool. Avatar mode, avatar. What's up, Crop? Is that you? You better let me know that's you, bro. Let me know. Hey, Miss Jones, Truth, welcome in. Welcome in. Tonight's topic is gonna be like epic because prenup, no prenup, is it worth it? That's what the topic's gonna be about. Like I had an earful, like, dude, really? Like, nah, we ain't doing that. Tease and David, I don't see y'all moving, so I need to know that's y'all. Um, y'all flashing stuff, but I ain't seen nobody. It went by so quick, right? Quick. Like, guys. If the, okay, if these people up here like what? Thank you, C in the alley. I see you. Like you. I seen your head and moving, but David and Teaser, I ain't seen it. And I see Teaser
they
light
being
flashing,
sus
so I
tonight.
think it is her. Like I think it's her. Teaser, is
Hey
that
Nope,
you?
y'all.
nope, that
Yes.
ain't
Okay,
her.
okay, so that's you. Like I'm like, hold on, is this Teaser on here? Because baby,
Cece.
I'm about not to do that. David, come back up
Cece.
here. Miss Jones, if you don't mind and you got time, could you
You a hot
please come
mess,
up
Cece.
here?
I
Cece
know.
in the alley, baby. She
I
creeping.
can't come on
This
camera today. I look like a hot mess. I was up all night with my broken ankle. I couldn't sleep and I like, oh, I just gotta stretch and I gotta have my leg elevated.
it is me, J3. It is.
Hmm. So that's why I asked Tampa is avatar mode okay. See, I got permission, CC.
Oh, why she said she ain't know who you was? No.
Cause
Well,
her phone was flashing like this
yeah.
and I
I
don't
Mm.
see no picture. So
I
I was
was
like, oh
trying
no,
to.
I ain't letting her up.
Yeah, I was trying to let you see me, but it wouldn't turn all the way over.
Mm.
Oakley had a fun, so much fun. She said, I know, Miss Sarah, I know
Sarah,
we
what
had
you doing
fun.
up this late,
Oh,
Sarah?
she came because I got a surprise to show y'all.
Oh, okay.
I got my first merch.
Ooh, we was
Okay.
I there to see that merch?
Yes, I got my first merch. Teasy, you hurt your feet. Teasy broke her foot.
Yeah, I broke
That's
my
what she
ankle.
did. Yeah, she
Yeah,
ain't just
What?
hurt it. She
yeah.
broke it. Let me see. I
Look,
missed some stuff.
you
I
know
missed
you
some
ain't got
stuff.
them mega needs no more. So what you
I
doing?
Girl,
told her, she know we getting old. Our bones don't
Thank
heal like we
you.
were.
We can't bounce. We just have to rock. You know that.
Yeah, exactly. We can't be breaking nothing. Did you give her the lady
y'all
baskets
y'all
chocolate
are
didn't pad
wrong.
my dog?
Oh, Mike is hilarious.
Mike is tripping. That's not
No,
the
it's
real
not. You are
CC.
not CC. What do you mean? J3 give me a hard time.
Yes, Mike, I got merch. I got merch. So
Mm.
that's what Sarah is doing up. She wants to see the merch.
Hey
Ah,
y'all, everybody, hold on before y'all. Tampa is not fat. Tampa got a nice, sexy shape. So I don't know
Fat.
why she was telling she was fat. No, no,
Fat.
she's not.
I look like
I
a oompa
see.
loompa.
No, no,
Girl,
no,
please.
not in person. No, 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 no.
Baby,
Mm-mm.
Cheese is the one that's thick.
Shut up.
Baby, y'all baby, hold on.
No, no, and no.
Cheese is thick.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Thick. What you say, Nick? What you say? What's the name? CC.
Yes.
They say thick thighs say lies.
Mm.
Baby, ain't
She's
nobody got
saving
nothing
everybody,
on
huh?
cheese. Ain't nobody got nothing
Shut
on
up.
cheese.
You got a lot of nerve, CC. Uh-uh.
No, I do not,
Hey,
dear.
Buddha.
Hey, Buddha. Hey, my
Hi,
sister
everybody.
Buddha.
Oh, J3 said Tampa got a fat back. Yes,
So
she
my
does.
back fat, I know it's back, the back fat. I got a big back. I'm sitting on a
Oh
big back.
goodness.
No, they're talking about your butt.
He's talking about my back right there. You see my arms and shoulder broad. That's what you call fat
I
back.
I got my daddy's shoulders too.
Yep, I got a He-Man neck. My neck swole like He-Man.
Uh.
Y'all.
My,
That's just the camera. That's just the camera doing that. If y'all saw Tampa in person, yeah. And Miss T is kind of tiny.
she said Miss T is tiny.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Like Tiny Short.
She
um.
she 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 five. She said she 5'6".
Yeah. I was trying.
Really?
Was she taller than my sister? She was taller than
She
my
was taller
sister.
than your sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. Yeah. So
Hmm.
yes, maybe she is. Well, my sister's just 5'3", but don't let her think I'm 5'4". I'm
Mm.
like, yeah,
Girl,
okay.
in your dreams.
Yeah, right, Tampa.
Come here, let me get your hat. Give me your hat. My mama gave Mackenzie a hat. She gave her her first outdoor hat.
Oh.
Oh, she got it. Cece, don't you have
Yeah, hell
a
no.
white one like that?
Mm-hmm. A
Yeah,
black and
this
Yep.
white one.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
This girl, what you move? This is Mackenzie outdoor hat.
All right, Mackenzie.
Nice.
Why do you put it on?
Oh,
Because I can put it
they don't
on.
be stretching her head out.
I
Oh
know.
my
Guess what?
gosh.
We forgot to put in your camper. Dang it! Oh my God. Sarah, I'll shoot through there maybe tomorrow or the next day. Hey everyone, many blessings
Hey, Buddha.
to all, and glad you all. I might be okay. Okay, Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Buddha said
Yeah.
she ready for me. I'm team. Mike said I'm team Big Back. Yes, sir. I show one thing, girl. Like really, really, really.
Boy, that sounds familiar.
Hey, Miss
Hey, Miss
Jones.
Hey,
Jones.
Miss Jones, how are you?
Hello. How are y'all doing?
We're good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. Doing good. Doing good.
Okay,
Oh, and
okay.
y'all, Tampa's mama and her auntie. Oh man, I felt like I was back at my family reunion. Y'all, they are something else. I was laughing all day with them.
They is a trip,
Yeah.
honey.
Mhm.
That is a trip. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Tap, believe what you want, be in the butt. Whatever,
Hey, David.
baby.
David in
Okay,
the chat.
Buddha said she
Hey,
shared.
David.
I showed, and she got the sandpaper. I done left the beehive and the sandpaper. Wow.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Buddha's ever have you on my sale. It's 9:30 p.m. here. Yep, that's the time it is here. So
Uh,
guys, I know Sarah's staying up because she's not gonna stay on here long. So let
Mm-mm.
me get what I got to show y'all first. And then I already got two sales on my merch. Cause
Mm.
my
Awesome.
mama wanted me to sell merch so I can help with some of the funds for my
Mm-hmm.
land.
Mm.
So she helped me get some merch.
Oh.
So I'm gonna make myself fat.
Yeah, Tampa gets her artistic traits from her mom.
No, I do not, boo boo.
You don't?
My mama, didn't you hear my mama say she ain't talented like me? She
Yeah,
wish
but
she had
both of
some of
y'all
my
are
skills.
good.
Could you
Yeah.
move? You about to get popped.
Oh.
They gonna hear you crying in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I thought I was mute.
Oh, yeah. We like, who's she talking to?
Who you think I'm talking to? Matt
no, you were not mute.
McKenzie.
You were not mute.
Okay, my bad, Miss Jones. My bad. I'm sorry. I was not mute. So she could make. I could get them made in cotton or somebody called the po-po. Call the po-po. I ain't scared of the po-po. So she can make them. They can be made on polyester or cotton.
Mm, okay.
But she showed me how it would look on cotton. She said sublimation, right? Sublimation. That's
Mm-hmm.
how you pronounce it, right? Sublimation. Well,
Sublimation. Yeah.
okay. Sublimation is supposed to be printed on polyester, and then she
Mm-hmm.
had another one that could be printed on cotton. But she showed me what sublimation would look on cotton, which I ended up liking it anyway. So
Yeah.
this is the shirt. Can y'all see it?
There we go.
Oh,
Raise it up
yeah.
a little bit.
That's
See your
pretty.
name on the bottom.
That
I know, isn't it
is.
gorgeous?
I
Yeah, it's
love the
got Tappers
colors.
Creek Homestead at the bottom. This can
I
be
love
made in any
the
color
deep
shirt.
colors in that.
Yeah, it can
Mm-hmm.
be made in any color shirt. So, and
Mm.
then this is the cotton shirt. So she said, Tampa, you can't put, she knows my mama called me Pam anyway. She
Mm-hmm.
was like, you can't put sublimate on cotton because it's not going to come out as vibrant as this one. So she has to use another printer. But this is what sublimation look like on cotton.
So what
Back it
texture
up
is
a
the
little
other
bit.
shirt?
Huh?
What
Back it up a
texture?
little. Oh, I'm sorry.
What
That's
This
like
is
texture?
a poly
yeah, this is
nylon blend.
polyester. So
Okay.
Yeah.
sublimation is supposed to go on polyester.
Yeah. See
Oh,
how
okay,
rich
okay.
and vibrant it is?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but she has it to go on cotton that it'll come
Uh-huh.
out like this.
So you have a
Okay.
choice.
So you have a choice. My
So
mom just was showing me if she put the sublimation print on cotton, this is how it will come out like it's faded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
okay.
So I liked it this one anyway. So I told her I'm gonna keep it for
So
this
Yeah.
Mackenzie
It
shirt.
No,
still
see,
looks good.
I like cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
but
too.
she has the machine that
Right.
actually will print it on cotton that it will actually look like this one.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's
Now
fine.
It'll be
Yeah.
more colorful.
Yeah.
If you choose a cotton shirt, it'll come out like this.
Yeah.
now if I pick the polyester one, does she have it in a U shape instead of a V cut?
Talking about like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't do the
yeah,
V cut.
yeah,
Really? And see, I like the
I
V
can't
cut.
because these girls will be out.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
I just like the V cut Cause I ain't got all that, so I can do the big cut.
I
I'm
like
with you.
to.
I look. That's never been a problem for me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, Netta.
Hey,
Sometimes I
Nana,
wish it was, but it's not.
you do not wish it. Oh
Yeah,
no.
I can wash it. I mean, Buddha, you can wash it. Yeah, you can wash it. You can wash it with the sublimation polyester, and you can wash it in cotton.
Mm.
She just was showing me you can't put sublimation on cotton or it'll come out like
Yeah,
this.
kind of faded.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just can't. I just can't wear those sisters, Polly and Esther. They make me sweat like a pig. Nope, I
Yeah,
just
but
can't.
but you can get the shirt in cotton
Well,
and you
that's
can
what
get it
I
in
would do.
polyester. But
Yeah,
you can get it in whatever color you want.
Mm.
So
God
you
bless
if you're
those.
interested in getting the shirts, just if you got my phone number, text me.
Hmm. Okay.
And if you don't got my phone number, my email is going across the street. So she's doing this to help me get the money so I can do some stuff on my property.
And
Day
how
three,
much
you
are the
gonna be in
shirts?
trouble. Keep
They're
on.
25
Okay,
and then plus $5 shipping. So no matter where, it's $5 shipping
Okay,
okay.
so it's thirty
in the
dollars.
US.
Right. Say that, cause
Yeah, yeah, in the US.
I wouldn't know what to put on the T-shirt. Mine might say something crazy, like I heard this comedian say, "You don't steal the cake mix if you ain't gonna steal the bowl." So I wouldn't know what to put on this shirt. It probably just say Jones Truth running across it.
Well, my
Not
mom is doing it because all of my equipment is in my storage and I
yeah.
can't get it. So she said she would do my shirts for me and ship them out to everybody.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm grateful that she offered and volunteered to do it because
Mm.
I was like, man, I want to go on and do my shirts and my cups. I want to go on and do everything else that I do, but I'm not about to go digging in no storage. I'll be all year. The year been when it went by the time I finished digging in that storage. Buddha said, "Why you can't get your stuff?" Buddha, I can't get it, and plus I ain't got no help to go in there and get it. Yeah, you can have one. Netta, how you doing? True versus I'm a V girl. Then I cut it more. Yes, everybody like the V neck. Okay, I did I miss? Look, Sarah said I got the first one. Yep, Sarah, I already paid for her. And let's see. Okay, so guys, this topic tonight, and what I'm gonna tell y'all what brought on this topic. Oh wow, I didn't hear that part. I understand. Oh, okay, okay, Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. No problem, no worries. CC, just let you know I'm J3 page tonight. He in the room whimpering. Oh, whatever, Jags.
You need to stop.
I know.
I
I
can't wait till
cleaned
he
my
come
space
back.
for the holiday stuff. I'm gonna empty it out. The bags had me running. Wow. So tonight's topic, if anybody else wants to come up and join this topic, because I would love to hear y'all point of view, because I was just blown away. And I'm like, got me bumped. So the topic is prenup or not. No, prenup, blah, blah, prenup,
Peanuts or not.
pause, Pam, pause.
Prenup or not prenup?
Prenup, 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 or
Or
or no
not.
prenup. We got to edit that. I wish I could edit that out like right now. Right, Sarah? Pause.
Look, that need to be a short.
I'm like, hold on. I'm not gonna even say it no more. What's up, cousin Angela? Thank you. I appreciate it. They're on sale. They're
Hey,
my
Rachel.
first merch ever. My bad, y'all. Hey, wholesaler Rachel. Okay, Miss Nick, CC, say the topic.
Pre
Prenup or not.
prenup or not prenup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is it worth it? Now the story was, as y'all know, I bought my piece of property and I have a vision about what I want to put on the property. So
Hey,
I
boo.
made the statement that if the Lord, which I'm not looking to get married no time soon, but in the event that that change, my future husband has to sign a prenup. And if he wants me to sign one, then I'm going to sign one. Because if I've been established and have already built the things that I want and have done, and I know I want to leave certain things to my daughters and my grandkids, I don't need you coming here thinking you're going to get half of what I built. Now, what we get together, then yeah, that's fine. But something that I already came into, no, we signed prenups. Somebody told me I was wrong.
I mean, that's your choice on how you want to do stuff, and if he agrees to that.
And if he don't, we ain't get married.
Yeah, I agree with Tampa. Because if something goes down and I have all these assets here, this is what I came into the marriage with. Now, if we build together, whatever that, I have no problem splitting that. You know, you go with what you came with, and I go with what. Just if something goes, but we don't want anything to go to the left.
Right.
But things happen in life. So the things we build together, I have no problem splitting it down the middle, or maybe even say, just take it by, you know. But I don't want anybody to take anything from me that I worked hard for. But then a
Hey,
lot of
Laura.
people will look like, well, that's not your true love or your soulmate. Then a lot of people look at it that way. It can still be that, but life happens.
And it's not me thinking that I'm going to go into a marriage and it's going to end. That's not what I'm thinking.
Right. Exactly. It's just that things happen.
Because I was in a car talking to a lady, a passenger. She had been married 24 years. Woke up one morning, well, her husband woke up one morning and left. She lives in a hotel now. He took everything, everything. And she living in a hotel. So that got to think, I got to thinking like 24 years. All of a sudden you just wake up and say you don't want to be married no more. And people do that because you fall out of love with someone. Or you done found something that you thought was better than the woman that you've been with all those years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Miss
Yeah.
Jones, what you got
Well,
to say?
where's J3
He
and
said
Netta?
prenup. I know Jeg, you know Jegs
Jed
ain't
can
coming
come
up
up.
here.
But let me
Yeah.
let
Netta
me
might
put.
can come
Wait
up,
a
but
minute.
Jegs,
Yeah, I
Bef-
can step down and let him come up. My leg's
Before
starting
Miss
to hurt.
Jones gets started, because she already wetting her whistle over
yeah,
there.
she ready.
Yeah.
Let
And
me go put my little 2 cents in, because I don't.
Mm.
Mine is very simple. I say no prenup. That's my thing.
okay,
Okay, go
what?
ahead, Miss Jones.
You got to explain why you say no prenup.
I feel like if I'm with somebody, then I believe that it's gonna work out, and he might have more than I got. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want him to put a prenup on me. You know, so
Oh, my
you
cat
know,
didn't agree with that.
he could be coming with more than that. My little, I'll be like, oh, I got my little land, and he'd be like, I got houses in different countries. You know, and I'm like, so I wouldn't come at him like that. So, um, yeah. And you know what? If he do, like my aunt and my uncle got divorced after 40 years, and he up and left, and she only had the house left, you know?
Yeah.
And but the thing is, she trusts in a higher power, she trusts in God, and she's still surviving, and she's doing fine with her life. But I'm saying, my thing is if I'm marrying you, I gotta have some kind of trust in that I'm making the right decision. So that's my feel.
Okay, Jag said prenuptial off of those that are scared of marriage or those thinking what they will lose marrying the wrong person. I'm not gonna say this
Not
is
really.
JGD version. That's your version,
Yeah.
Jag.
Yeah. Because if you're going to
Sarah,
be scared of marriage, you just don't do it.
yeah. Sarah said no prenup here at 27 years strong. Blessings.
Mm.
And Mike said you got kids, etc. Gotta protect them.
Hmm.
David calling me crazy. Can't 100% know other person. Best be safe. Right, Mike? You don't know that person. You don't know who you marry. You might think you know, but every person, every individual does change. It might
So,
be for the good and it might be for the bad. You don't know what a person will do
so do
until
Mike
you
have a
put in
prenup?
that situation.
Mike, do you have a prenup?
He probably don't. That wife will have him out there with them squirrels.
He'd be like, I get all the squirrels.
David said, "Oh, Laura, hey Laura, like Kanye said, I want a prenup. I want a prenup." Right. Okay. Homesteader Rachel said, "I agree. If you have a lot of valuable property, yes, get that prenuptial. People will change up on you, and that's facts. You know, I get it. People go in for love. I get it. You love that person. You plan on being with that person for the rest of your life. But if I wake up 10 years down the line and say, I don't want to be with you. That means if I ain't got no prenup, your ass can have for what I got."
Mike said he 25 years in and he broke. He ain't getting nothing.
And then Mike said, or if spouse dies or hurt their family tries to take everything, etc. It's exact kids,
That's
everybody.
why you gotta put that stuff in a will and get it
Notary.
notarized and stuff. Get your stuff set in order.
Oh, happy anniversary, Jag. Said 39 years anniversary was Saturday.
Happy anniversary.
Anniversary.
Congratulations, J3.
So Netta said, "You're just protecting assets for your children. The important thing is to have had this conversation during the dating phase. Just have the conversation like adults." Right. Now,
Mhm.
if he don't agree on that, then what, Miss Jones? He ain't the
Okay.
person, right?
My opinion. Okay. I did not get married at 22 or 25. I got married at 40. I had already had some things that I had. And my husband had things that he owned. But we didn't go into it looking as we're separate. There's no his or hers in my house. We have one bank account. It's both ours. We can go and do what we want. Again, it's how you go into that relationship. Now, if you have, here's my thing. My kids are grown. They're on their own. I don't have nothing to give you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have nothing to give you. I tried to teach you how to take care of yourself, and you should know how to take care of yourself. Now, if you're talking about little children, under a certain age, minors, that's a different category altogether. But all these grown folk I got, don't come here looking for nothing, because I'm gonna try and spend up everything we got. My husband, y'all won't have nothing to fight over. Do you understand what I'm saying? Prenups, I don't know. Prenups, and that comment about what Kanye say, well, Kanye went in. Nah, I ain't gonna. That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, he was looking for something other than a marriage. You have to decide what you're looking for. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a marriage, a relationship? Are you looking for a temporary contract? And you, in the back of your mind, is, this gonna happen. This if this happened on it, that should be a part of the conversation when you go into the marriage. You should be. Your prenup should be how you take care of each other. Your prenup should be, my husband and I, we've already worked it out. If something happened to him, how he takes care of me. If something happened to me, how I take care of him. Now, here's my rule as far as that goes. If something happened to him, it's like this. Sheila gonna take care of Sheila first. Sheila gonna take care of whatever need to be taken care of. Now, if there's anything left over, I'm gonna worry about what I have to live off. I don't have no little children, so don't come to me looking for nothing. You ain't getting no insurance. You ain't getting nothing because you grown. You got a husband. You got your own children. You on your own. But I'm not walking into a relationship signing all them papers. The only paper I want to sign is a marriage contract. That's it. But here's the thing: in the marriage, it says sickness, health, richer, poorer. If you can't totally commit to that in every way, shape, or form, don't even bother. Like I said, if you have little children, or if you have, okay, even property, what talk to each other about it, make each other understand, well, this is what my wishes are, this is what I want. Now if you don't think you can trust that person, guess what, every day you live is a risk. There is no real insurance, really, because in some states they can go to court and change all them rules that you set down in that prenup if it don't agree with the state rules. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because some states is community property. I don't care what you wrote. It's community property. That's the wife. That's it. Okay. In Mississippi, let me give you an example. This man left his wife. He stayed with this other woman for 20 some years. Guess what? When he died, the family came and took everything. He had a lot of cattle. They took the cows, they took the house, they took the cars, she was left with nothing. Wasn't no prenup. He didn't have no insurance. He didn't list her on the insurance. He didn't do nothing. He did nothing to take care of her. But she made the decision to stay. So it all depends on your situation. Now, as far as, and here's my thing, if I got millions of dollars, I think I'd rather stay by myself anyway, because that's a lot of headache. More money is more headache. I learned the more money you have, if you a millionaire, now you got to worry about your million. Is they being my friend because of me, or are they being my friend because they think they're going? See, I don't need them kind of headaches. That's why I go live in the woods in a cabin by myself and be happy.
Exactly.
That's it.
So Mike said, I mean not
But
Mike,
for me,
Laura said,
I don't like prenups. If I got a prenup, then to me there's a trust issue somewhere. That's
well,
just my opinion.
I don't think it's a trust issue on my end. It's a safety measure for me, mechanism. Because my spouse or whoever can agree to honor your will by word. Because if you ain't got a will in place, because we don't
Yeah,
know when we're gonna die, if you ain't got a will in place, who's to say they gonna honor that? You dead and gone. You don't know if your kids gonna get whatever you want them to have. So me putting a prenup in place, stating that this property, this business, this that goes to my kids and grandkids, ain't got no issues.
We
and
have
in
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
people
states,
that
in a
came
lot of
in,
states,
Tampa.
that will
Oh,
is the
okay. Hold
prenup.
on. Let me see.
And I
Laura
just
said
want
no prenup, but a will establishing what my children will get.
that's it.
Prenuptial, same as will.
That's it.
Deborah said we have community property law here in Oklahoma. I'm in the process of getting things set to where my property will go to my son in case I pass before he does. And our family property had it way before we got married. Right, Deborah? Some of the
Yeah,
stuff you got before you getting married. You want to make sure that stuff goes to who you want it to go to.
but I'm sure y'all probably, if you have
Hey,
a
Chris.
will, that's your prenup. Your will is your prenup. That's gonna take care of everything.
Right.
Hey, Nick, I'm just gonna get a prenup, and he gonna sign one too if he got
I
one.
didn't
because
see
because
so
believe it
many
or not,
people.
every state honors deathbed statements and or confessions.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you say or do before you die is 9 times out of 10 is going to be honored.
What'd you say, Teasy?
I
Hi,
I
Nikki.
have a friend of mine. Her dad passed, and he had gotten married to some other. And all of a sudden, there was 3 or 4 different wills showing up, and they had to go back and forth to court to fight over stuff. They don't have time for no stuff like that.
I know I
Cause
don't.
wills aren't safe either.
Because anybody can fake a will. And it takes you years and money to find the truth. And by that time, what's
And
left?
if you have a
Mm-hmm.
prenup in a community property state, you could still be in trouble.
Hey, Bayou.
Yeah. Hey,
I've
Hey,
been
anybody
married
Chris.
want to come
23
up, y'all?
years,
Oh,
no
Tim, I'm starting to
prenuptial. We
fall
were
asleep.
both
My
broke.
leg is starting to hurt.
Okay, okay. Hey, bye you.
Yeah.
Jamaica, so blessed.
Hey,
Hey,
Hello,
everybody.
Jaberica.
I'm
Hey,
everyone.
going
So
in the
Blessed.
bushes,
Hey,
y'all.
Chris.
Okay, Homesteader Rachel, I'm like you. We had stuff, but we didn't have a lot of money.
Hey, Olives. When it comes to assets and marriage, I do not believe in prenups. I know many multimillionaires who married later in life, they did not get prenups.
Mhm. Well, I know as for me, like the property here and the house here is in the will that is for me. But my mom hasn't put it in my name even when I got married because she was like, I don't know if you're gonna stay married and all that. And I mean, we didn't, you know. But her thing was to keep it secure until, the time that now is written in a will and everything. And so my brother, because it's just me and my brother, so my brother, I know what he gets. I'm over everything, but I know what he gets, and we already agree. And every time the holidays come along, here come my mama come out with the, well, let's go over the. I'm like, we know, but she just want to make it that it won't be an issue. And a lot of times, especially in black folks families, they leave stuff where they know they got 5 6 kids, and the kids fight over all this stuff because they never said this need to go to somebody, this need, you know what I'm saying, they just left it out there. And there's been so many families just broken apart over that kind of stuff.
Well, my grandfather died 13 years ago. My grandmother, they had just celebrated their 59th year anniversary. Between both of them, well, my grandmother had two previous kids before she met my grandfather, but they had seven more, so they got a total of nine. But my grandmother still lives. She's 92. She's still living in a house. In my grandfather will, he told my grandmother to sell their house. In the event that my grandmother died, my aunt, who's over her, what is it, last will and testament,
Mm-hmm.
has to sell the house. Neither one of those nine children, which is all living, which is my mom and them, will not get that house.
So what
Because
would
You
my
they
know,
do with
that's
the
grandfather
money?
knew that they were going to fight over that house.
So the aunt gets all the money?
No, they have to split the money.
Okay.
all I can
Yeah.
say is whatever state you're living in, check your laws about all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Check your laws about the wills. Check your laws about
Yeah.
prenups if that's what you're bent on. Check and see what circumstances can this become null and void. You need to check all that before you make those kind of decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you can go in there like, yeah, I got it down, and then find out otherwise. Okay, what is it? Tom Brady, his wife filed for divorce. She went to the court and tried to take him for everything he had. But guess what? What she didn't know was before they got married, he signed everything over in his mother's name. She got nothing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jags,
that
I
was
do
his
need to,
insurance. That was
while
his
you
insurance.
talking.
And they
Yeah.
have children. And see, I come from a family,
Wow.
it's 6 of us. When my mother died, I was in Mississippi. My family was in Ohio. They split or did whatever they wanted to do. I was not really included. Guess what? I don't care. See, my mother's right here. She right here, and she will always be there. I
Mm-hmm.
know there are some things I could have raised saying about for the memory of my mother, but I've learned to I'm not so attached to stuff. My mother is right here. She's with me every day in my heart. So that if y'all want to fight over that little bit of stuff, you go on right ahead. Be my
Exactly.
guest. I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm saying now, property, that's a different thing. Now, my husband's family, what they did was it was in the will that the property would be automatically divided against the children with the children. Now, if one wanted to sell their part, that's on them. But if one tried to sell all of it, they could not do anything without everybody being unified. So that
Yeah.
stopped a lot of fussing and fighting and arguing. So there was nothing to argue about there. So if you do stuff like that, just make sure you do it in a way where there can be no mess, because I'm gonna tell you, just let me just say, I've, as a minister's wife, having been to a lot of funerals, a lot of repasts, dealing with family, I've seen too many families fight over the dumbest things when somebody died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because me, if you attach your whole life to this thing that mama had,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all you got to help you remember mama, something was wrong with your relationship. I
True.
could call you, I can pull out my head like that. So many things with my mother. And I love my mother up until the day she died. I just can't see, because then what that does is messes up your relationship with your family. And guess
Mm-hmm.
what? Family need to be the only thing you really be able to depend on. But is it worth it to fight over a brooch?
Right. My
Because my
grandma.
whole,
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I try to keep things, uh, I try to prioritize things.
Mm-hmm.
People first, relationships, all this other stuff. You can't take it with you anyway.
Right.
I'm not going to worry about the stuff I can't take with me. I do understand Tampa. If you have children or grandchildren, you want to leave them something, part of the heritage. All I can do, honey, I'm a poor woman. All I can do is teach my children what to do.
Mhm.
But you sure can't come to me and get what I got. Because guess what? I ain't got nothing.
Hey, Jamerica, if you wanted to come in, I dropped the link again. And
Hey, so we
hey,
are.
Happy Matt, Sylvia, welcome, welcome. People can contest wills. Prenuptials, pretty ironclad. Facts, Mike. It pretty much
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
People can contest wills, and sometimes the judge will grant them that. Depends
Yeah, the
on who that
difference with
person
that is the
is.
signature. The difference with that is a prenup, both people have to sign.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Come
But
on up, Jamerica. I dropped the
I've
link.
seen prenups turned over because the party that's supposed to get something found out that the other party had stuff that they didn't tell them about, and according to the courts, they was entitled to part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. David
Mm-hmm.
said, selfish, selfish, selfish.
Hey, DTB. Yeah, like with my grandma, when she knew she was passing away from cancer and everything, she took time out to give those things like the jewelry box, the disc to her kids. You know, at
Mhm.
while she knew she was, decided to not do any more chemo and all that, and she gave all that material stuff to them. Things that meant to them, or things that they felt like they wanted to have from her. She gave that to them before she passed.
Will I will not do anything in a 50-50 state sounds like probate. It's materialism. What's up with all these sticky fingers? What? Okay,
I mean,
Nikki said a prenup is executed before a marriage occurs, while a will can be made before or during the marriage.
hmm
Okay. Tiggs, I hope you feel better. Jamerica, I did drop the link, sis, if you're still in. If anybody else wants to come up and touch on this subject, y'all welcome to do so, long as I know you and long as you show your face. I
Yeah,
got
feel
to
better,
see who you
Teagsy.
is. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Feel
think a
better.
millionaire's worried about if people like them just for their money. That could apply to looks, sickness, exactly. Love is unconditional.
Mhm.
Well, in
That's if you
today's
think you know what
society,
love is.
I know in today's society, people don't know what love is.
That's it. They
In
don't.
my state, in my state, you leave the marriage with what you come in with. What you got during the marriage is community. I think that's about as far as it can be. But who knows what crap someone will pull. Right, Happy Megan. That's I mean, like right now, I'm already like I've been married twice. My first marriage was 7 years. Second marriage wasn't even 30 days.
Right.
But I'm almost through with the divorce, which will be on the ninth. I go to court on the ninth of this month. I'm to the point now. I don't think marriage is for me. I don't know what God's plans is, but to me, in my mind, I don't think marriage is for me because I know what I'm trying to build. And if it is for me, you're gonna sign a prenup. I'm gonna have a lawyer do me an ironclad prenup, making sure we follow the state laws and the rules. Because what I build before I got married, I don't want you. Ain't no, it ain't me and yours. Because I'm the one that went out here, sweat, cried, blood, tears, sweat, whatever you want to call it. Tampa is the one who done did it before Tampa done met you. Tampa want to leave this to these
Oh,
9
excuse me.
grandkids and 3 daughters I got.
Okay, so my question is, what if your kids, after you have, passed and gone, and your decision was for your kids to have this and to be for the grandkids, and they sell it all off? Are
That's on
you
them.
okay with it?
That's
Yep,
on them.
that's on them. That's on
That's
them.
on them. Them the fools. I did my part. I set you up so you could at least attempt to have something in this
Mhm.
lifetime. Now,
But
what
you
you
know,
do with it, it's on you.
A lot of them
exactly,
just go for the money
exactly.
and say, "Okay, let's split this."
Let me tell
Nobody
you
want
something.
to live out here on this. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
might not want to live out in that area, and
But you
so
know
they
what?
Yeah.
sell it.
I kind of agree with Tampa. If I leave you something and you sell it off, that's on you. Like I say, like I tell my children, if I had a lot of money and I gave you some money, if you wanted to put that money on a duck's back and watch it fly away, that's your business. I said, but if you want to do that, don't look for nothing else. I said, but what I give to you, I give it freely. I don't care what you do with it after I give to you. It becomes yours. It becomes your property. If you look me in the face and say, okay, thank you very much, but I don't want this, I'm going to sell it. Okay, I gave it to you from my heart. From that particular point, I put it in your hands. It's up to you. I'm not
Yeah.
going to feel bad about anything. I
Yeah.
refuse to feel bad about anything I give anybody, because if you want to make a foolish decision, because in today's era, land is equity, land is a future, land is security. Now, if you don't want that and you think you loving the rental life, God bless you. That's your choice.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, one of
That's your
my
choice.
children, which is the baby girl, she brought the property across from the property that I got. So she's actually going to be right across the street from me. And
Yeah.
she has a husband and 2 kids. So the only person that's going to be on my property with me is me and Mackenzie. But
Yeah.
if my daughter decide she wants my property, it's 17 acre. I will split it.
Yeah.
Now, what
Yeah.
they do, that's
That's
on
on
them.
them.
That's on them.
Yeah.
Nikki said if a will contradicts the terms of a prenup, the heirs may have grounds to legal contest of the. See, she's saying all these big fancy words.
To legally
She
contest
over
the
there
validity
googling
of
it
the will.
I know she done got educated on me. Like,
for
look,
real.
Tampa, read this statement, and she gonna make a fool out of Tampa
Now
trying to read
I
all
got
this
you,
stuff.
Tampa. I got you, Tampa. The heirs have grounds to legally contest the validity of the will, and the courts will determine which document is enforceable. That's right. So if the judge say your prenup ain't enforceable, see ya.
Yeah. When the terms contradict each other. Yeah, I have
Yep.
a adopted sister that never really cared for my mom, but they fight hard to get the property, just refuse to give it to him. Right.
Yeah. If
Is
you have
that you,
control of it,
Jamaica?
good.
Show me your face right quick, sis, and then you can go back behind your avatar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy Mac, I'm gonna contest everything. I'm evil. Jamaica, is that you, sis? I'm waiting on her to come way behind that avatar. Let me see her. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just to the point now. I don't I don't want to waste my time on foolishness.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm at a point in my life. I'll be 49 if the Lord's will in May. I just want to live in peace, especially
Yeah.
at my home. I know on the outside of your home, it's gonna be chaos and BS every day.
Yeah,
But if
I think those decisions will depend on where you are in your life, what you want. Now, because like I said, I got married at 40. So my husband and I,
Jamaica, is that you?
it's just
Oh, she
yeah,
something wrong with her thing.
it's just one unified thing, whatever. The only people we focus on, because all our children are gone, is we focus more on each other. That's it. I told my children, my husband does have a will. Yes, we have a blended family, and yes, we got a couple of people that love money. God bless them.
Come up, David.
but
Come up
see
there.
but see the thing is, I'm the wife. And in any court, I take precedent. So
Hey, LGG.
it's not even an issue. So it's already been stated and clear what goes on. Heaven forbid anything happened to my husband. I'm 69. Honey, ain't anybody trying to do that. I'm trying to get me a rocking chair on the front porch with a cup of coffee in the woods. I'd be happy.
Me and you both, baby. That's what I'm
Leave me
waiting
alone.
on. Miss
You leave
Miss
it-
Jones, that's what I'm
all
waiting
look.
on, honey.
I've had my share of craziness in my life. I've had the crazy relationships. I've had the bad relationships. I've had the just with the relationship when you ended, you was thinking, what was I thinking at the time I did that? And
Wow.
looking at what's out there now, I promise you, I'd rather be by myself. Heaven
Yeah,
forbid. My
exactly. Hey,
husband
by
is my
you.
best friend. That's my roadie. We love each other's company. We could sit in the house 24 hours a day and enjoy each other's company. We're good. There ain't no problem there. It's just that because I told him if something happened to you, I'm going in the woods. I said I'm gonna go so far in the woods they got to pump in daylight because I don't want nobody to find me. Don't find me.
Right.
Don't bother me.
Right. Don't forget, guys, give us a thumbs up. Like this video if you like this type of content. But sometimes we can get deep, sometimes we can have fun. It just
Yeah.
depends. I do appreciate you guys coming in. Mike said my wife walked away from family. They were fighting with death threats over a in debt house worth nothing.
I
If
never could
someone
understand that.
trespasses against good people, either emotionally or financial, I believe God will work it out and restore whatever was taken, including trust in others. Hey,
Yep. You just
Sylvia.
got to make sure
What
you're
are you
open.
talking about?
Hey,
I,
Sylvia.
I was waiting on Jamaica, but I'm guessing she having some
David
speech.
said he don't want to have to show himself to come up.
Yes, ma'am. My aunt and an ugly crystal bowl not worth $10. Right.
Hey,
Okay,
country
Sarah. Good
hustle.
night, sis. There she go. What's up, Queen? What's up?
Took me hard. It was hard for me to get up here.
Okay, hold on 1 second before you get in. Let me do one more thing. Guys, that's those of you all who just coming in. I am selling merch to help me with funds for my property. And you can get this shirt right here made in either polyester or cotton. I got my very own Tampa's Creek Homestead shirt. Can
Oh,
y'all
that's
see it?
nice.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Back up a little
Okay.
bit. Mm. Yeah, that's
Okay.
nice.
So it comes in any color. You can get polyester or cotton. And they're 25 plus $5 shipping anywhere in the United States. Anything outside the United States it might not be worth y'all getting. So if you interested, if you got my phone number, just text me. If you don't have my phone number, my email is going across the stream. Welcome in, Jamaica.
Like country hustle talking about he feel like the men are always getting the short end.
Well,
Let me
Country
get
Hustle,
my
come up
thing.
here and talk. Dave, somebody come. Jax, come up here and talk. Man,
In
this
some
is
cases,
not
they are.
direct. This is not geared towards men. This is
No.
really what I'm going through. Like
Yeah.
when and whenever I meet another man, yeah, I got to sign a prenup. And
And
that's
you know
just
what?
my blight.
Everybody's different. Everybody has different requirements and what they need out of life at a particular point in life. Because it's not like you 20. You know,
Nope. 48.
even if I don't agree with prenups, I would never condemn you because you agree with them. It's just that we're at different stages in life and we have different needs, so it's fine. No, I'm just not a prenup person. You know, 'cause I guess I'm kind of old school to the point where you either trust me or you don't. If you don't, let's just say so, and we can go our merry little ways. But I ain't mad at you. I ain't
Right.
mad at you. I
Right.
still love you, you know. But I mean, like I said, it's just a different opinion. It don't make me love you any less. You know what, Tampa? Too bad the world can't be like that. Disagree and still love each other. You understand what I mean?
Exactly.
It's so
Exactly.
sad.
But you know something, if that was to happen, that the world would be ended. Cause everybody be thinking we all about to die.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So Jamaica, what do you got to say?
I believe you should get a prenup if you have anything. And prenups are for people who are starting. I mean, prenups are not for people who are starting out with nothing and they're building together. But if you have something to lose, get a prenup. Especially if you have family property. Why should my brother and my sister and my cousins have to share a family property with an outsider? Because that's how they would feel.
Yeah.
So once you get married as a woman, that man can come in and say, "Hey, we want our share." Speaking as a family. And if you don't have a prenup saying that that person doesn't have any rights to that property, they could very well come in and try to take over or try to get, what's not theirs by blood. So it's protecting your family, your bloodline. That's how I feel about it. I would protect my bloodline before I protect. I mean, you get married, the two shall become one. But sometimes, just like there are female gold diggers, there are also men out there doing the same thing. So
That's
if you
true.
have anything to lose and you're at that stage in your life where you have built something or your family has something and you get this person who may not have a pot to piss in and they come in and they could tear stuff up. You marry the wrong person and they could come and mess your life up, and not only your life, but it can affect your entire bloodline family. So you got to be careful. So if a person at this stage in the game, if I ever did get married, because I don't think I'll ever do it, and I don't, yeah, you got to be careful in Texas because you don't have to get married. This is a common law state. If you
Really?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
if you let
What?
somebody, if you have a bank account together, you live
Mm-hmm.
together and you
And you
let
say
people
you
think that
husband
you're
and wife?
married in
Yep.
Texas, you're married.
You have
You
to
don't
get a
have to go
legal
to
divorce.
no, have no wedding, no nothing.
This
And there's
is
no,
this is this is Bible Belt, Mississippi, and they do not recognize common law. If you shack up, that's all you doing is shacking up. If you don't have that written on that paper, they don't play that in Mississippi. I'm sorry.
well, if you move to Texas, they do. It doesn't matter if you met in Mississippi,
Right.
Yeah,
you married. If
Mm-hmm.
you say you married and let people
Right.
think, you don't even have to say it. If you let people think you married,
Right.
and that person could come in and try to get some of your property and your family's property.
Yep.
Why
Because
DC
that's your husband.
call me Odd Titles Tampa? That is your new nickname from DC. Why I gotta be Odd Titles? I mean,
because
That is not an
because your
odd
subject
title.
matter, because your
It should
subject
be
matters, man.
random
I
topics.
mean, because it's something, a conversation I had with somebody told me, man, if I be with you, I'm not signing no prenup. We not getting married if I got to sign a prenup, but nigga, bye. I mean,
Well,
bye.
if you in Texas, you ain't got to do that. All they got to do is let people believe you married, Tampa. I don't know. Arkansas might be the same way. You got to check the laws in that state. Look at what David wrote.
I'll be back. Let me do something.
David is clowning back there.
Let me tell you something. I've had too many. I've seen too many cases where in Mississippi, these people shack up. Now, I promise you, I've no cases where they've shacked up for 35 years, and either he or she dies, and they think they're gonna stay in that house where they are, but them children get that house. You got to leave. I don't care
Mm.
what investment you done put in that house or what you've done. because you did not marry that person and you are not legally married to that person, the property automatically goes to the heirs, the children, the
Texas ain't
whatever.
like that.
So that's and that's why I said, y'all shack up all y'all want. I ain't nobody trying to do that.
Nobody trying to shack up in Texas. If you shack up, you might as well get married because you
I
are
Mhm.
married
promise you.
in the law, la
What's
ley.
what's that? What's that
Um,
song? It's cheaper to keep them.
Mike said this was years ago. They still fighting. Wow. Okay, let me read something to
Wow.
y'all. And then y'all tell me what y'all think. Arkansas does not recognize common law marriages that only
Good.
take place within the state, but it may recognize a common law marriage if the couple establish it in another state. So that means if
Mm-hmm.
you come from Texas and you've been together and moved to Arkansas, it
Mhm.
still will recognize y'all was a common law.
Yep.
But
Exactly.
Arkansas itself don't recognizes it.
Well, they do over here in Texas.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
anything that you all have in anything that you all have that you can't prove, you actually with common law, you actually have to go to court to get a divorce.
Hmm.
You can't just walk away.
Right.
So, mm-mm. Prenup.
Wow. I'm getting
Don't shack up
or
in Texas.
or
That's
I
not
ain't
a
getting
good.
married, prenup or not. I'm not. If you ain't signing no prenup, and I don't mind signing one for you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you, it's good. If whatever you got before we met, then that's fine. But if we
Okay,
build
so
something together in that marriage, then
mhm.
we can share that 50-50. But
um,
anything on the outside of that, nah, prenup.
Yeah,
okay.
let me read you. It says Mississippi does not recognize common law marriage, which means that living together with a partner for any number of years does not constitute a marriage. Mississippi abolished common law marriage in 1956 and now
Mhm.
requires a valid license for all marriages.
So that means they had it before.
Yeah, but yeah, in colonial times, the only
But
reason
I
common
mean,
law, yeah, the only reason it was a practice was because it was difficult to find a legal marriage official, somebody to perform the ceremonies. That's the only reason they had common law. But in
mm,
1956, they abolished it.
Well, let me tell you how you get around that. Move to Texas and file for divorce.
One thing about
Then
it,
you in
there's
trouble
always a
again.
way.
Go to that North Carolina. North Carolina, I think all you have to do is spend the night. You know what I mean? Army guys, I was in the military, wanted to hurt somebody behind common laws.
mm,
Because then women would move into them guys' house, spend the night, hide their clothes in the attic, come in and say he beat her or whatever, and get him thrown out of his own house. So I
Wow.
mean, there's ways around that. You just got to be so careful. I believe in prenups because sometimes love ain't love. You don't know. Some people are scheming.
Yeah,
There is all kind of evil out there, and it's
yeah,
not just women. It's men and women. There is not a distinguishing line between a man or a woman being a gold digger.
yeah,
It's on both ends, and I just wish people came in with a theme song so that you know they're crook because
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
know and you got to and in some states you got to be even if prenups they ain't gonna sign no prenup when they could get you another way. So I mean there's all kind of things that can happen to you just behind living in a state like Texas. I love Texas, by the way, don't
You
get
can
me
have that
wrong,
hot box.
but you got to be careful. You got to be so
mhm.
careful. A prenup
Yeah.
is not enough. It's not enough. You
yeah,
when you dating, you got to make sure that joker don't spend the night, and for
yeah.
sure don't make nobody think that y'all married. For sure.
But look,
Wow.
in Mississippi, they call it cohabitation. They say habitants are only entitled to their own property. So it don't
Mhm.
matter what y'all got
Every
together.
state is different.
Oh,
Yeah.
cohabitation can affect, and if you're divorced and you shack up, it can affect your right to alimony.
Yeah.
And it may be unenforceable or invalid. And this one I love. Cohabitants can be fined up to $500 each and imprisoned in the county jail for up to 6 months for criminal cohabitation.
Wow. My grandmama used to say, "Girl, you ain't about to shack with nobody." I'm like, "What?" You know what I mean? You're not about to play house. You ain't about to give it away free to no random. I'm like,
Well,
"Grandmama, you need to stop it. You like embarrassing me, lady. What is your problem?"
well, my mother always said, "Well, why buy a cow when you can milk it for free?"
Right? Right.
So
David said, I looked at a marriage contract and I said, "Oh, hell, do you know it costs so little
to
to
get
get
married.
married, but it
A
takes an
divorce,
arm and a legs to get divorced?"
If you have stuff to get, if you have properties and all that, but if you don't now,
So Homestead
David
Rachel
Corey
said,
need
my
to stop.
mom has
he
two
is a mess
children.
in this chat tonight.
I
I'm just
know. He said, my mom has two children. She left everything to me, but I let my brother have everything he wanted of hers. I gave him, put that down, I gave him a key to the house and told him that the house is ours. I share everything. And that's a blessing, Homestead of Rachel.
I
Because some
promise you,
people
because
wouldn't have,
that's
yeah,
yeah.
some people wouldn't have did half of what you just said.
Yeah,
yeah,
that says you all have a good relationship, but in today's society, so many things is based on what you have or what I can get or how much you have. There's no real trust in the relationship. It's more about what I can get from you, how much I can get from you, how I can hurt you, or whatever. Everything, and it's really, I mean, because I watch some of these silly videos. These women treat these men like dogs, and then when they walk away and get into these fancy cars, oh, you got a nice car. No, see, keep
I
step,
seen that
sister.
too. I seen them
Keep
too. That's
just
what they
step,
call
just step.
gold diggers.
Yeah, just step, just step.
Yeah. Hey, Cece, you see that? Jay's coming to see you on uh, on Swamp Monkey Valley.
he come to see you.
He come to see me. He come to see
I don't
Cece.
live on
Talk
Swamp
about
And
Monkey
something.
look,
He
Valley.
look,
ain't
look.
signing no prenup and he ain't no farmer. I don't need you, bro. You got to stay on up there with JG3.
Hmm.
Look, these bees is falling down the rabbit hole with David Corey.
Yes, they are
That
mess.
is what they do. Right. Okay,
Uh,
okay, Teagues. Good night.
Good
I
night to
thought we
you.
said good night to Teaser earlier. Oh, I forgot. You hear Teaser heard something she liked, she jumped back in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Now they can end up selling it property left to them and make good money choices. Because when my grandfather died, he had not even been in the ground and them folks was arguing.
that
And
happens.
They
I'm like,
argue at the funerals.
Fight sometimes.
fighting at the
Hmm.
funeral.
Yeah, and it's so
Like
disrespectful.
prenup, I'm prenup bound. I know I ain't getting married. I'll be like Miss Jones, you sitting in the middle of my 17 acres in a cabin in the wood, sitting
Come
on
on
my
now.
porch, sipping on some lemonade. But she gonna
Come
drink
on
coffee and
now.
have lemonade.
In Tampa, invite me over for a visit.
And you ain't been welcome, because baby, I ain't got time for the foolishness. Dating now is not like dating back then.
No, no,
No.
no.
Mm-mm.
And
Because you have to look, the standards, society standards have changed. Mostly went down the toilet, but the standards in society have changed. It was about what do they call it? Having the same interests, wanting the same things out of life, growing together, striving to work together, and all that other stuff. Now it's about you have you and I have mine, and what you bringing to the table. See, you want
It's
to see a
that's
lot.
not necessarily true. Sometimes sometimes you have one person doing all the work and the other person is like you dragging them. They're not
Exactly.
doing a doggone thing. So
that
that is a lot of people are unequally yoked. And I ain't talking about the egg yolk. You know what the Bible
You,
says.
I know
You
it.
are
I
unequally
agree.
yoked. And one ox can drag two ox working together can drag a cart real good, but let that other one not be doing its job. And
You,
right.
you
But I mean,
damn near die trying to get it done. So it's better to you gotta check your person out thoroughly. Do a
Come on now.
background check, everything.
That
Make
that
sure.
means that means don't get married 4 months after you meet them. You better learn
Right.
about them. You
Years
Well,
better
ago.
I'm
learn.
not
But
gonna say that now.
You
I
got to
got married.
expose them to. They got to be exposed to every possible situation that could possibly happen, so you can see how they react and how
it's
they
not
handle it.
it's
Well,
not
no,
so
because
much.
Miss Jones, wait a minute, America. So my first husband and I was married 7 years. I only knew him 2 months before we
Right.
got married. His mother coddled him. He was a mama's boy. She
Oh, that's
is the
weird.
one that
Let
came
me tell you
between
something.
me and his marriage. We would have been
I'll
still
be honest
married.
with you. I'll be honest with you. I done dated a couple of mama's boys. That's why I married who I married now, because
Yeah.
I left them
So
alone.
yeah.
I
But
left
after
It's
them
his
alone.
totally
mom did
different
what he
when
did.
you are it's totally different when you get married in your 20s. But once you get up to something where you got something to lose, you need to check yourself and check that person out thoroughly. If I didn't have anything, well, I don't have much to lose. So, of course, I'm going to say, fine, we could go and do this because I got time on my side. At a certain point, you don't waste no more time. You
No.
David
make quick
said
decisions.
this show is being biased. It got three
But
singles
David,
and a
how's
marriage,
it being
and
biased?
Oh,
it has
You can
all
speak
women
on that.
opinion, and it does not give the men opinion.
Well, the
Let me
men
tell
ain't
you something.
came up
I
here.
wouldn't say that. My what I'm saying is I'm not talking about women, blah blah blah. I'm not talking about men, blah blah blah. I'm talking about a relationship which takes two people. A half a person and a half a person does not make a whole relationship, because they still a half a person in the
Okay.
relationship, and the other one is still a half a person in the relationship. So you still don't have a whole relationship. You got two messed up people who got together, and now you got a big mess.
Mhm.
yeah.
So it has nothing to do with male or female. It's about who you are and how and what you want out of life, and what are you aiming for? What are you wanting out of life? You know what I'm saying? I can't
Yeah.
be in a relationship. Okay, I was in a relationship. I'll tell you this. I was striving to get something. I wasn't married, but we were dating. And this guy, he was nice, very mannerable. But guess what? Every 3 months, he was hiding his car from the repo man because he couldn't keep no money and he didn't want nothing. Sheila, I gotta hide my car. You can't drive. What? Well, guess what? I knew in my head, not I refused to live my life hiding from the bill collectors in the repo man and all that. So that didn't work. We were totally unequally yoked. And that's when I learned some people are meant to be friends, then others are meant to be in relationship. And 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't get, you understand what I'm saying? So I learned that. So I'm not talking about male or female. I'm talking about what kind of person you are. What are you going into relationship? What are your expectations are? What are you bringing? Both people should be bringing something to the relationship. It shouldn't be one-sided, because
Pastor
one-sided
Joseph
don't
said, "Why y'all yelling? Why
And that's why
I
y'all?
you need a
know.
prenup.
I ain't trying to hurt. You know, cousin her. I don't
No,
like this
I
type
don't.
of
I'm
content.
sorry.
Well, come on up
I
here,
don't
cousin
yell.
Hope.
I don't yell. I come from a large family, so we talk loud. We got to be heard.
We don't like this type of content. Somebody said, what did they say?
He better not show me nothing, Sylvia. Y'all. David can come up here, but he better not show nothing but his face.
They
Bring your
yelling
prenup
at
up
us.
here. Bring him up.
Better
Hey,
not come up
analytic
here
gardener.
showing
Come
nothing
on,
else.
David.
Conjure Hustle, you could come up here. Sarah gone to bed, DC. She just stayed in to see the merch that I had.
No, I'm not
I
talking
I
about
have
me.
something
I'm
to
just
say.
saying what I went through. I'm just saying what I went through.
As
And ain't
long as
nobody
both people,
attacking no men. We
Yeah,
already
because
know
look,
men and
no,
because
women.
look,
Some of
Jamaica,
them ain't it.
I had a guy tell me, a guy broke up with me one time because he looked me in my face and told me, well, I would stay with you, but you don't look like you gonna do nothing in life. I can't watch you fail. And I'm like,
wow.
excuse me?
He did you a favor because I was a
Yeah,
terrible
yeah,
person.
he did. You know what I told him? I said I was doing fine before I met you, and I will do much better when you gone. So
Day 3, that's not true. He said all ladies talk loud and yell.
as long
Look,
as
cousin
both
Angela said
people.
MJ is paying for her ex. She should have gotten a prenup.
Mary J, yeah, she
Yeah.
got
But
her.
you know what? Sometimes it's worth the cost to get rid of them.
What was that?
I don't know.
Somebody, was it ZZ Hill or Johnny Taylor? It's cheaper to keep them.
Johnny Taylor,
Mhm.
it's
A
cheaper
lot
to
of
keep
people
them.
are still married because of that. They be
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, no, I ain't going nowhere." I mean, I'm not gonna talk about men, but some people will cheat on their spouse because they don't want to lose what they've built together
Right.
or what they
It,
have. So they stay there and they're miserable. There's a lot of couples that ain't getting along. Sometimes I can hear them.
Couples don't even be in the same house, in the same
I,
room.
I know
They
married
in the
couples
same
that
house, but
live
they
together.
don't like
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, I know
I
Mm-hmm.
married
mean,
couples that's in the same house, and his bedroom is way over yonder, and hers is
Mm-hmm.
way over there. But they stay
right,
together. But
right.
and then I know another couple. This man and woman still married in the house, but guess what? They dating other folk, but they still in the
Yeah,
same house. That I
yeah,
don't get. That's crazy.
Real.
yeah.
I would
So
not
country
say that.
hustle said, if I lose my wife, money means nothing.
See,
Facts.
All
that's
right
when you
now,
know you got true love.
Right.
that's
When
it.
they say the two shall become one, but you can't have two people, that are not working together. Because as I said,
Right.
if one person is trying is doing more than the other one, well, that's just carrying dead weight. Both people are
Yeah,
supposed to be helping each other out. And some people go into marriages for the wrong reasons.
And
They
oh,
do.
one thing I
Men
do
exactly,
and women
know,
do that.
and one thing I
exactly.
do know is the woman is the man's helpmate.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose,
Yeah,
yeah, it used to
Come on
be.
up here, J3.
But
He
yeah,
you
said him and
got
David coming
women,
up here.
and I'm not gonna say all women,
no,
they
not
don't
all.
believe in that.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, it's to help me, but and then some of them they
Can you
go
drop
in.
the link,
See,
Temple?
too many are
Huh?
getting
Drop
married
the
for
link.
for the wedding. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are getting married for the wedding and not the marriage. My
Mm-hmm.
question
I'm
would always be, yeah, you're having a beautiful wedding. What about the marriage? What you gonna do after the wedding? The wedding is one day.
I went to
Mm-hmm.
the courthouse both times. I didn't have a wedding. I didn't have a reception. I had like a little get together at my house, like a few friends and family. But both times I went to the courthouse.
Let me tell you something. My
Mm.
wedding dress, hall, food, everything came to a grand total of $1,800.
Oh, baby, I didn't even spend that.
That's
I
it.
spent
And
the
the only
marriage
reason,
certificate.
and the only reason I spent that much, the only reason I spent that much because I wanted to elope. But my mother, God rest her, Sheila, you gotta have a wedding. We didn't ever think you was gonna get married because you're so fickle. So my mother cut up so bad just to give us some peace. But it was a very small wedding. Everything was great. And it's fine. She was happy. So that one
So
was more
D,
for my mama than me. Trust and believe. I
Yeah.
tried to talk my husband into eloping.
I had a church
yeah.
wedding, but I'll have a destination wedding the next time I get married.
Oh, you gonna
Woo.
do that?
I'm
God
going
bless you.
destination. You gotta afford to
Who
be
is
What's
able
this?
to.
up,
Who is
Cropper?
this here? Who is it? Who is it?
What's up, Cropper?
All
It's
This
right.
is
David.
Here
Is
we
it
go.
me you looking
No.
for? That's what he's saying.
Why
DC
why
said
he put on
David.
he don't want
Avatar.
nobody to see his
Avatar.
expression. DC said, I'm glad you point out it goes both directions. A lot of families have been messed up by choosing the wrong spouse. And Deborah
Exactly.
said common law is 7 years here.
who?
It,
Oh,
it,
where?
I don't care if you're married.
Oh,
There.
I
oh
don't care if you're
my
married
God.
300 years.
Is
Hold
it
on.
J3?
It's a rock star coming to the stage. What's up,
Hey,
Jay?
you can't see the picture.
We
For
can't see
David
you,
and
Jack.
J3. For David and
Open your
J3.
shutter, J3. Is that you?
What's
Open
up,
the shutter.
Jack?
Yo,
Oh,
what's
you
up?
in the
Adachi,
dark.
Inyo Gasayo.
Hey y'all,
Oh
hey
my
y'all.
God.
Hey J3, J3.
All
Why
right, we
you
got
in the
almost a
shadows?
balance here. Maybe.
You in the shadows.
He's
Uh,
in the closet.
that might be because I don't have any electricity in here.
I know.
Oh,
I
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so
remember.
y'all still
sorry.
without electricity?
No
Yeah.
electricity.
Oh
Ooh,
man.
I'm running on generator.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So
we
Well,
sorry.
we're
praying for
glad to
y'all.
have
We praying
you
for y'all.
here. Now, what
Yeah.
you got to say, Pastor?
Oh Lord. What you mean what I got to say? I'm
You
just
put
observing, and David said that there was a womanism on here. So
he
I
know
told him let's
David
come on
feel
up so that we can have
David
some
don't want to be
male
married, so I don't even
testosterone
know
up
why
here.
he in this conversation anyway.
David made himself clear when he said he likes free milk.
Exactly. He ain't trying to tie down to one horse.
One
Mm.
horse.
He just want to say cow
Cow, whatever you want
or
to call
young
it.
cow.
but, but
Moo,
but we love you anyway, David. We love you
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, Arkansas
moo.
is not a common law state home situation. Yeah, I looked that up.
Yeah.
What's up, Jax? What's
No,
up? What's up, bro?
I'm
How you
trying to see if
feeling?
I can see the chat. I can't see the chat. I'm on an iPad.
You see it on the
Oh.
stream?
Yeah, yeah. And don't be surprised if I just fall off because the Wi-Fi is dinky too. My
Lord.
son,
Oh,
he
I
did
don't care.
something so that
Mm.
for 15, 20 minutes or hour, whatever I be on, and then it just shuts off. And then he go play his little digital dally again and we'll pop up.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is it? How long are they saying y'all gonna be without electricity?
Well, Georgia Power said electricity being on in a second, but the people we got, Canucci, they said we can't tell you when.
Lord have
wow.
mercy.
Really?
So
Yeah.
Happy Mac said her daddy upgrade to a new marriage every 10 years. And
Oh
all
Lord.
his
Well, that,
all his wives
yeah,
call him the
yeah,
cabana boy.
No.
Lord have
Happy
mercy.
Mac. Happy, happy. Can you send your old man my number? I
Boy.
like to get to know that young brother.
Uh-uh.
Say,
Yeah.
say that again,
Don't
David.
hate on me. I like to get to know her dad. Hate
Uh-uh.
on me.
Oh. Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If he doing it like that,
Well, I
So
put it.
country, wait a
I
minute.
couldn't train another woman. At every 10 years, I got to train a woman how to deal with me.
Come
No,
on.
Wow.
oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Jazz
can.
I,
just celebrated
I'm
39
not.
years.
I'm
He ain't
not like
going
my
nowhere.
uncle. My uncle, his first wife died. He got married less than 2 months.
Some people
His
live too
his
long.
wife also died last year. His wife died in January. He was married before the second week of January.
Mhm. Some people don't like to be alone.
Yeah,
That's
I got a
Mm-hmm.
true.
partner.
They
Some
don't.
people are
I got.
terrified of being by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a partner
I
been
used
married
to
four
be.
times.
You let that woman right there go someplace. Ain't nobody coming up in here.
Man,
Sure.
If you need a prenuptial agreement, it wasn't real from the get go.
Yeah.
Period.
say it again.
Somebody just
Say
looking
it
to
I
run
again.
it
True.
right.
yeah.
They always trying to hold on to their stuff, but they want yours. Say it
I
again.
don't want yours.
What's the
I didn't say
process?
I wanted nobody's, David. I said if I get a with when I get married, and if I do, you gotta sign a prenup, and you better hand me yours.
Well, a
I ain't.
prenup is basically for those that are scared to lose
Say it
something,
again.
and a prenup is for those that just scared. Period. A marriage.
Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man.
No, I
What?
ain't
Why?
scared
Why are
of
you afraid?
marriage.
Why are you afraid I might leave one day and then have your got to come with me?
I said that my family would just feel more comfortable if you had one. I mean, even
Your
shoot.
family. I ain't married your family.
Yeah, but we have family property. We have family property that the
Uh,
husband can be entitled to a piece of it if you get married. It mixes it up. Just like my if my cousin got married to some
I
woman,
always have.
she could
J-
come
No,
in
I'm
and
not
say
being.
she want his piece.
I'm not being funny, but the land always have done that.
The
Yeah,
women are
but
doing it too. I don't like to talk about people, but we have a family, a rich family here in Austin, and this lady married this older gentleman, and she's still on their property. They can't get her off. And
No, we
this
got
is
the.
family property front that has been they've had that property in their family for I mean years and generations, and One of the older gentlemen, his wife died and he married this younger woman. Well, he passed away, and now she's on. They're cattle ranchers. She's on their property and she refuses to leave. And do you know they can't get that woman off?
They can't. Ain't nothing they can do
Hey,
to her.
G Hud.
Hey,
But let her
Jihad.
What?
die on the property. Hey, Jill,
She's saying she's entitled to his share.
Well,
there you go.
my paperwork is that now I originally got two children, but I raised a total of five.
Mhm.
But I never did do paperwork on them. So my paperwork is the property goes to my son, and from him it goes to his sons
Mhm.
because my daughter name will change, and I
Mhm.
also put on paperwork as long as she living, she can be there all she want. If she passed, her husband does not get claim to any property. Everything goes from me to my son to his children. Now,
You
if they
keep it
mess it
in your
up somewhere
family.
in there,
Hmm.
I don't know nothing about it. I won't be here.
Yeah, yeah. In this state, that's air property, and yeah, that's air
That's what
property.
it is.
Hmm.
That's why it's hard sometimes when you want to buy land from somebody. If there are any heirs involved, it's a pain in the backside. You better just
You
find
go
a
through
business.
all,
That's
you
why I'm
gotta
having. I
find
think that's
all,
one reason. Yeah, I think that's one reason why I'm having problems for trying to find some land in Mississippi because I think the majority of it is air property. Or if they sell it, if they're required to sell it, they don't want you to just. They don't want to break it up and say you can have 5 acres, you can sell 5 acres.
oh
You have to
no.
buy 118 or
Yeah, 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 yeah,
235
yeah, yeah.
acres, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
nobody have that kind of money. I don't want that kind of property. I just want 3 to 5 little acres, mind my own business.
Hey, Jay.
Oh,
You see
yes.
what Olives wrote?
Biblical history of marriage of the Hebrew, if they were intimate once they were considered married. If this was before construct marriage license. Well, true enough, that may be biblical, but unfortunately, this world don't go by biblical. They go by
Unfortunately.
worldly, not biblical.
Wow.
And the Bible also says, obey the law of the land.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You have to trust in God and you're supposed to do what's right. But God also requires to obey the law of the land.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
DC said unequally yoked is the largest problem next to selfishness to the day
Amen.
in the day marriages, in my
Yes.
personal opinion. But please remember, I am in my 50s and single.
Yeah, I know
And
it
that's
was a
Hey,
Sister
different
Beverly
DC,
time.
that said
DC,
Yeah.
DC,
unequally yoked.
Oh,
It
DC.
was
let
a
me let me let
That,
me
that,
let me
that
back
second
up.
word you said, selfish.
Let me back up from the statement that JGD put in here about my sisters. Now, they were adopted. They were not raised with me. They were adopted the same year I got married.
Hey, Analytic.
They refused, well, the oldest one, they were glad they were adopted because their mother was a drug user, but they never respected my mother. As soon as she turned 18, she left, never came back, said, I don't want nothing to do with you and all that. Then the second oldest one, she left, never did anything. But when my mother got on her sick bed, I had to make her go to check on my mother. I was here in Georgia. She was in New York. And I said, you need to go check on my mama because I called her and she didn't answer the phone. And she said, she don't like me up there and I don't like going to. I said, you better take your such and such up there right now and you better call me right back when you get there. So she called one of my cousins. They went there and that's when they found out that she was going downhill. Now all of a
Hmm.
sudden, she, that's my mama. That's my
Hmm.
mama.
Yeah.
All this other,
Yeah.
and we had a family meeting. Me, her, and her brothers and sisters and everything. We had a family meeting, and I said right down the phone to all of them. I said, if you could think for yourself, you could have that house and property. She couldn't think for herself. We went, we went 2 years without her thinking about doing anything, wanting to do anything. Then she came hard up on money. She wants some money. Then that's when I had to get a lawyer and all this other stuff because she couldn't think for herself. She went and talked to somebody else to got some money. So if I decided to give her the property, she would probably had it a week and it's gone. That house is the house I grew up in. When we left Georgia and moved to New York, that is the house that I grew up in and everybody else. So it went from my mother to me, but they want it so they can get money. So I refuse to give it to them. So it's still sitting in probate all this time.
And probate ain't no joke.
Who you
Probate,
telling?
and if people people think that because they have a will, that's the end of that. That will has to go to your lawyer, to the
No,
court, and the court has to say. And
no.
in New York, if anybody gets a hold of the will and break the staple, that will ain't no good. I'm from New York
As
also,
soon as soon
and
as she closed her eyes, that will is dead.
yeah, yeah.
That's one of the things I hate about New York. She could have it in her will and everything, but as soon as her eyes is closed, that will is dead.
And then the executor takes over. You have to take it
Yeah.
to the lawyer, put it through probate, and then the
Yes.
the judge has to say, okay, this is a legal document. But if you have anybody in the family or anybody's wife who isn't family or anybody's husband who isn't family causing trouble and putting in all kind of things, it could stay in probate indefinitely.
But you,
It's
yeah, but you
Hey,
know,
y'all, I'll be right back. I can drop that link again.
So Country Horsel said courthouse and large weddings don't last long.
You're right.
that not really, because to me, when you get up that high, you're more focused on the materialistic and the wedding as opposed to the relationship. That's why they have come up with these crazy bridezillas and all that other stuff. But for the other part, I was going to say it's a different time, and the standards have changed so much for marriage and for relationships. When we were coming up, we were taught to uh, do it as close, do it the Bible way, to commit to all these things, rich or poor, sickness and health. And now that type of commitment, people have become so worldly and so, well, I don't know what you call this, caught up on this new age craziness. It's not about who you are. It's about what you have and what I can have of it.
Right.
The marriage, you're not looking at the same things that we looked at when we got married. Tampa, because I know when you first got married, you were not looking at stuff like this. You were looking more at the person you were about to marry. That was the most important thing to you. Who am I marrying? And we're going to be together. You don't go get married and have to unfortunately have it, like I said, different time. Back in that day, you didn't get married to look at it, say, if I get divorced, or if I get, we never, that was never really much in the conversation. You understand what I'm saying? It was till death do us part. Well, it's
Right.
different now. The standards have changed. People are different. It's no more till death be the right. I was looking at sometimes I watch court TV, and this woman divorced this man because he was supporting her and giving her everything. And he got into an accident and lost his legs. And she went to court and got a divorce because she said, I don't want to take care of no cripple. And he
Mm-hmm.
can't do for me. He can't supply. Just
Hey,
too many
Crawford.
standards are more materialistic, and people forget one important thing. You can't control anything. You can't control when you get sick, when they get sick, when they die, when you die. You can't control any of that. So your best bet is to get as much love out of this life and relationships and enjoy children and your
Don't
family
you?
as much as you can. So all this other
Don't
stuff
you?
it's just and if you're hung up on, ooh, he got to be 5'10", no, he got to be 6'2", he got to make 100K. I heard this girl say 100K. Do you know what percentage of men in this country makes, no, it wasn't 100, 300K a year? Less than 1%. So evidently, that's what you're looking for. My suggestion to you, young woman, is get you some cats, because that's going to be your only company. If that's what you insist on looking for, you better get you some cats. In other words, if
Well,
you find somebody and you can work together, that's a relationship. Between the two of y'all, you get to where that goal is. But like I said, the
mm,
standards are different. People, social media has created this, I don't know, this
Fantasy.
delusions,
Fantasy.
delusion, thank you, and fantasies of what a relationship should be. And to me, if you would stay off of social media maybe for about a year, you might actually see life for what it really is. This is not a fantasy. It is what you are given. It is by your decision making process. That's what you have. That's the life you have. Your decisions. If you're rich, it's because of decisions you made or either your family made. If you're poor, it's because it's the decisions you made, that bad money management. That's how you ended up. But the thing is, what are you learning from those experiences? If you learn from
mm.
those experiences, then yes, you can change your path. But you can't tell me that you don't have half an education and you want to start at the top of the rung and you have done nothing to earn it. The vision is different. The vision went from out there to right here. I can't see any further than this. And all I see is dollar signs. So, okay, I'm
So,
finished preaching.
But
um,
I have
Well,
something to say. Can
wait,
I
can I?
wait
say
a minute,
something?
Jameer. Wait a minute
Yeah.
before you say that. My urban garden is in Texas too. And she says we have a
Hey,
prenup. And I am so grateful. It forced us to discuss money issues may have never brought up otherwise. After
Hmm.
22 plus years of marriage in a community property state, it was outdated.
exactly. And
Yes,
that's
Okay.
why
but
that's what my
that
husband and I talked about. When we met, we talked about money, sex, his kids, my kids, discipline. There was not a subject we did not cover. So we have no surprises.
Look
People
good
don't do that.
anytime,
some
girl.
people some people have bad habits, and you
Yes,
don't find out about their bad habits sometimes until it's too late. Just like my grandmother always told me, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. There are people making 100K a year who are upside down and cannot
broke,
get out of debt. They got so
broke.
much credit card debt,
Mhm.
homeowner debt, and they have all of these toys around their house, and they live in hand
What
to
kind of toy?
mouth,
Yeah.
week to week, and they're living off their credit cards, and they're making over 100K. So it
Yeah,
doesn't matter how much money you make. And
exactly.
another reason, I'm so glad that she said that about the prenup and discussing money, because if you have one person spending up every dime y'all having, because you're supposed to two supposed to become one, so y'all should have a joint bank account, right? So what if he likes to gamble, or she likes to go shopping, or in today's day
Hey,
he
LB.
likes to go shopping, they spending every dime of the household. There's no slush fund. So if you have a prenup, well, you got to talk about the money.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You
if
need
if
to
you
talk
find
about the
out
money.
if you find out that this person is a gambler
Talk
and
about
is
the
going to
business.
get you and your kids put out on the street, because they every time you get something, you got bookies and all kind of stuff knocking on your door, or they come home after they I know one of my girlfriends was crying
Now,
because
this can happen after you've
her
been
husband
married.
went to the you know what, to the parlor with them girls with no clothes on, and spent his entire check in there. He was buying rounds of drinks, and they had kids.
Who
So
was
if you
in
have
there?
something like by somebody like that, well,
Who
I
was in
could
there?
understand you having a prenup. I could understand you want to
Was
get out.
Wow.
Jamaica.
Yes.
Jamaica, you say he spent the whole check?
Whole check. He was making it rain up in there, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh girl, oh girl was
Yeah.
crying. I was at my friend's house, and she came there. We were like, "What's up?" She comes there, her face is all red, and her eyes were swollen. They didn't have no money, none. He spent
Mm.
it in that little club on some foolishness.
Well,
I guess he got
Making
drunk.
it
I don't know
rain?
what he did, but he didn't have
Wait
no
a minute,
money.
mama.
His whole check
Wait a
was
minute, mama.
spent.
Wait a minute, mama. Wait a minute, mama.
Wow.
If he made it
Hey,
rain the
LP.
whole, if he spent everything
He
on
made it
making it rain,
rain.
they was broke
Mhm.
anyway.
yeah.
No,
DC
Well,
said I might sign a prenup for the
they had
wife, but
kids,
not for the
no.
you know
wife's
what?
family.
I'm gonna use another example since all the stuff been out over here in the storm and all that stuff. Now,
We don't even take that much.
yes, was Monday. I went to the high school. They said everybody come out to the high school. We're giving out MREs and ice and all this water and all this stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I even did a video. If you, I don't think I posted a video, but right in front of me, there's a white Jaguar. And if you can, there's a few other cars you could see, nice Mercedes. These were rich people that was in line because they were foolish with their money and stuff, and some of them were just greedy. I
Oh yeah, they
I'd be
want
serious. The only
something.
reason I went out the line because they said that they had MREs. It took me back down memory lane, so I
Oh
said
my
I'm getting
gosh.
it. I'm getting it.
What is that?
Wow.
Paper?
Meals ready to eat, military stuff.
Yeah, they
Okay.
good.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
the only reason I got in line because it took me back down
Don't
memory
forget to
lane.
hit the thumbs up, guys.
And
Yes, ma'am.
you, when it comes to being married and doing prenups and all that stuff, now, did I think about prenup when I got married or anything? Due to my family, I had property and everything. My wife, she was down here in Georgia, but she originated in Chicago. Did she have anything? No. Did I look for her to have anything? No. I guess I was so hypnotized with her when she told me she was from Chicago. I didn't pay it no mind. And Chicago is one of the places I hate. I hate Chicago. That was the worst 6 years of my life living in Chicago. But I didn't ask for a prenup or anything. I guess you could say I'm old fashioned too, because the things that people look at now, I didn't look at stuff like that. I'm one of them ones where they say you got to go get a blood test before you get married, and you got to do this. You got to talk to the pastor and do the. I did all those things. Me and my wife did it. Today they don't do that. They don't want to talk to no pastor, nobody else. We get married.
Or no blood test.
They may
Nobody's
even be
required to
Hey,
have a
cousins.
blood
say
test.
three. If they had three numbers
Hey,
back
hey,
then,
I'm sure
hey,
they got some
Jay.
rich people. I'm pretty sure they did.
Hey, Jegs, and being married to a pastor, my husband's rule is if I don't have a conversation with you and we don't have consultation, I will not marry you. Because in his consultations, he brings up all the things you probably should have talked about, but you
Yes,
did not.
yes.
And see, and because he had a girl get mad at him because it was like a Friday, and she calls him the day before and says, "I want you to marry us tomorrow." And he said, "Well, we need to have a consultation." And she said, "Well, he don't want it." He's like, "Then I can't marry you."
I
And he
told a few
stands on
people
that.
that also.
He
I said,
stands on that, and
I
and
said,
I'm proud he stands for that.
have you ever
And
had
But just be
counseling? Do you know what counseling is? No. I said, well, that's some where somebody talk to you about marriage and tell you some problems, the downfalls, and
right,
what you expect. And they said, no, we don't want to do that. I said, fine. I'm not the one.
just because somebody tells you something, because there's a lot of liars out there. Because
Yes, it
they tell you
is.
something, don't make it have to be true.
That's true.
It don't. There's a lot of deception going on out there. So I mean, prenup prenup pretty much clarifies everything, and it brings out what somebody's true motives may be, especially when
Exactly.
you are the one who has something to lose as a man or as a woman. If you have something to lose, mm, I
but what
mean,
if I
you
told
might
you to
say
keep
that
your
you,
money?
huh?
What if I told you to keep your money? I didn't want your money.
Well, then you
Then you
sign a
can
prenup
sign a
then.
prenup.
I don't want to
That
sign no
easy.
prenup.
Then
I'm
it
gonna
But
won't
if
sign
be
a
you don't
money.
prenup
want to
for.
be with that person, then
Oh,
Shoot,
see y'all.
I know a
Okay, y'all
lady.
about
She
that
doesn't date a
contract.
man.
Okay.
I know a lady who doesn't date
unfortunately,
a man unless she does a background check on him.
Yeah,
exactly.
y'all
She does a background check on this
unfortunately,
joke.
just like laws were made to
investigated my
stop
team.
certain, just like laws came about to address certain negative issues in society, prenups came about because of the negativities that marriages were getting, that all the negativities and all the breakups and all the divorces. Prenups came about because of all the divorces and all everything that was happening. And I think the
Prenup
initial
came back
point,
because of
I think
rich
the
people.
initial point was of a prenup was initially to try and make people think before they divorce, but it's kind of backfired, just like some of these laws have backfired. So
But
things are put in society because of the behaviors of people. You
but
understand what I'm saying?
but
So
David did make a good point. It was actually for the rich, and then it
yeah,
drifted
That's what
down
it was
to us
for.
common
yeah,
people
yeah, yeah,
because a few of us
And
common people have something.
you common folk bit off of it because you thought you was like the rich folk. But
yeah,
it
Yeah,
is what it is. Here now, we got to
yeah,
deal with this foolishness.
yeah,
You don't
and
have to.
basically,
You just
Jamaica,
don't get
that's
married.
why
Yeah, you
I'm
got
still
to.
waiting on
That's
God.
why
I
we.
don't want
That's why
no
we talking about it
headaches.
now.
What? I
That's
didn't
Somebody
hear
got
you.
to deal with it.
Jamaica, what?
It's like
Jamaica.
Jamaica. That's why I'm still waiting on God. This is LGG. I don't want no
Huh?
headache. That's what my will say from my children to the grandchildren. No selling, keeping in family.
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Maybe I
not
shouldn't be
just
on
your
the panel
will,
because
you
I
need to
ain't
make
getting
sure you
married.
got extra
Baby,
documents
I'm on
showing
that
Who,
verge
that it
who
too,
said
stays in
that?
the
Jamaica.
family.
Who said that? Jamaica?
I ain't
Yes.
getting married
I
neither.
ain't getting
It's a
married.
We don't.
headache.
If you hear
We in
somebody
the
say
same
they
boat.
married me, they lying because I ain't married nobody.
Jamaica.
Exactly.
Nobody.
You feel me? You feel me?
When I met my wife, all I had to my name was 84, a 84 pickup truck, bringing home about 300 a week.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
I got
like
the
you,
80.
Jamaica.
I got
My
the
mind
82.
ain't on
I
getting
got the
married.
82.
The
I got
legal
the 82
side
pickup
and
truck.
vows said separate. We got licensed city hall, but married exchange vows in church. It's easy to get married, but
It
it's
is.
hard as hell to get out of it.
Well, depending if you have a wedding,
I wonder
it's not
why.
easy. That's very stressful. Having a wedding,
I
I
wonder
mean, it's
why.
worth it. But
I promise you, just go to the preacher's
No, it's not
office,
worth
get it done, and be moving on.
That's
ten
it.
thousand
oh,
dollars for wedding.
Well,
No, it's
if
not
I
worth.
couldn't trust my husband to do right by my family, he wouldn't be my husband.
Huh?
Right,
Oh my
Analytic.
God!
Well,
Well, we got
right
some real
now, I
people out
mean,
here.
the Analytic, that was 25 years ago.
Sure, I thought that
Try
was
that
my
now.
I thought that was my wife that wrote that for a minute.
And men
Yeah,
and
man, we
women,
got some real ones still out here.
yeah, yeah,
people who have been married 10 plus years. I mean, talking about and still care about each other.
yeah,
That is
That's real.
special. That
Exactly.
and
That's real.
unfortunately nowadays it's rare
yeah.
because
My
there's
husband
so
and
many
I have been
other
married.
things, so much temptation, all kind of stuff is
Right.
out there. But some people want, if you want to go that route, and the younger people, I don't see them, shoot, they have a problem with them committing at all. They don't even want to have kids, much less get
Yeah,
married. That's
I
becoming
mean,
they
were
I
they parents committed? Most of them.
yeah.
were they what?
Were the parents committed? Most of them. No. So that's where it's going now.
But
I
you know
have
what?
I have
My
cousins
my
who had a
mother,
mother and father, and they're not married
I didn't
anymore.
say that.
Some,
So
I'm just
my
saying.
mother and
But
father
most.
were married. My mother and father were married 52 years when my mother passed. My husband and
mhm.
I will be celebrating 30 years next year. And and look, one of my children been married 3 times. I don't know.
Yeah.
and
Look
I've
at
been
And
62
it's
married
not the
hey,
twice.
parents'
look.
fault. It
Baby,
is
bye.
not.
years.
Well,
That's why that
It's
high
not
school
the parents' fault.
62 years.
Everybody's an individual.
my
Everybody's
mom
an
and dad,
Exactly.
individual.
my mom and dad
Think I'm
has never
fine.
been married. My mom died with a broken heart because she was never married to the man she loved, and the man she loved only wanted peace. He got married
Mhm.
to another lady, and they didn't stay together a good 10 years.
Yeah.
Contra
He,
Hustle says some women rather be concubines.
What?
And
You
No.
better not be
DC
a
said
concubine in
God
Texas.
law is above the law of the land. But God law also states you have to follow the law of the land.
true.
Well, if I can't be the one and only, then you're gonna be lonely. It's because I'm not going that way.
Yeah,
I'm not
Bam!
going
I
that
get you though, DC.
yeah. My wife got a
That
12 inch
is
leash.
true.
I
I
mean, a
got you,
12 feet.
DC.
My wife got a 12 feet leash on me, and she got a 3 feet leash.
way.
My
Oh,
great
so is
grands just
anybody?
had to set their shoes aside the door. Bam, married.
Yeah. Hey,
So I'm
Jex,
the
my
only one that.
husband. Hey, Jegs, my husband and I, we clown a lot. So one day he
Lord,
being messy, and I said, "Look, I'm sick of you. I'm getting a divorce. I'm going back to Ohio." He
Eh,
said, "He said, okay." He said, "But I guarantee you, when you get to your father's house, I'm gonna be the one to open the door. You ain't
hey,
going nowhere."
hey,
So
So Olive said, obey the law of the land unless it conflicts with God's will. If your ass don't obey the law of the land, you going to jail. That's just point blank.
Y'all are
not
talking
true.
about concubines and all this, and fornication is also a sin, right? Anybody think about that?
That's what
exactly,
that's what it
exactly,
say.
exactly.
What
But
are we
that's
talking
hey,
about here? I
that ain't
mean,
no sin no more. That
that
was a
that's
sin back in
that's a
the
single
2000.
man
I mean,
talking about a concubine. That's a single man.
hey, that was back
Anna
before
Moody
'98.
said concubine equals side chick. Ain't nothing new under the sun. That's the same thing.
Amen. They
Side
just give it
chick,
up. Look,
concubine,
look.
That,
same
Only
thing.
thing they
hey
do,
guys,
Tampa. Only thing they do is try and think of a new name for it, so it don't hurt as much or it don't sound
Exactly.
as bad.
Because
But it's
I
the
was
thank
same
you.
thing.
watching, I've been watching these little shorts, and the man was saying what the woman won't do, and you see the side chick with her purse walking in the rain, walking here, walking there. She
Jamil, put a
gonna do
smile on your
everything that the
face.
main woman ain't gonna do.
I don't like what I'm hearing.
Put a smile on your
Say what?
face. I know you don't like what you put a smile on your face.
All right, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like home wreckers. I don't like it.
I
No,
understand.
Maybe
no,
J3,
Home
you was in the
record.
military. That's adultery right there, and that's something that you
Yes.
just get you don't even get R 15. You get kicked out. You
Well,
get court martial for
well,
that stuff.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm
be
like,
on.
mm-mm.
I'm
Wait, wait, whoa, 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 whoa,
ain't
whoa, whoa.
nobody coming in,
You
but
say
I'm gonna
what?
be honest with you.
Court
I'm gonna be
martial.
honest with you. Yes, I was a
Oh man,
soldier,
please,
and I was also a stupid soldier. I did
please.
some
Ain't
stuff that
nobody
I
get.
know I shouldn't have done, and
Yeah,
yeah,
luckily, I got my mind back before it was too late.
yeah.
girl, you can
So
drink over
what's
there.
a hobo?
Hey,
But
you can
a
drink to
hobo,
the age.
you never heard that term
I done heard
homosexual?
what a hobo is, but
You never heard homosexual?
Oh Lord, let's get into
That's the
this one.
definition right there.
Uh huh.
well,
So
ain't no
basically,
hobos moving in with me.
now we see the thing is, and they're defined also as these guys who don't want nothing, don't want a job, but want the woman to care for them, and the woman lets them come and stay with them and they take for them. That's a homosexual.
So what TLC saying about scrubs?
Tampa,
So what's the
Tampa. I
woman?
heard
What?
JGD say he was coming out there with you on Monkey Land. So
But
what
y'all
is
done made
he?
a lot of
What
stuff.
is he?
He a figment of your imagination. That's what him is.
Yeah. You see what DCBs wrote, and actually that's a fact. I've looked it up
What
statistically.
what
Arranged marriages.
Yes.
hey Jamaica, CC,
Yes.
and Miss Jones. What the Temptations used to sing about? Just my imagination. Running away with me, running away with me. That's who he is, Jigs. Exactly.
Hey,
No need.
he the one who told me about you standing up in that white jumpsuit and stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He the one told me about that
And
jump white suit.
I could testify to that white jumpsuit.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
know
the
what
one.
you're talking
He
about.
the one told me about that.
Yeah, yeah.
That was Pam. That wasn't Tampa. You see Tampa every day. She ain't never dressed.
Okay, okay, okay. But tell Pam she was looking mighty nice in them white jeans.
That I didn't have jeans on. Oh, I mean, she didn't have jeans on.
Ah,
That wasn't jeans, bro.
Now that
she
one,
got
the bit,
some shit.
the I'm sorry, but that's a disgusting attitude. What happened to honoring your vows? Right, Anna? Like, don't nobody believe it. They just saying words. They saying words, and ain't nobody paying attention to what they saying.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
like I said,
I'm
I just
ticked off
made
because the pastor.
Saturday. Saturday, I just made 39.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm ticked off
that's a
because the
blessing.
pastor married you. I'm ticked off because the pastor married you more than once after knowing you've been married. So where we gonna find the crimes at?
A
Right.
woman can divorce a man.
No, I'm saying the
That's not
pastor
biblical.
married you. The pastor married a person after he knows you've been divorced.
Well, the pastor didn't
And
marry me.
usually, wait, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, so what repercussions do they have?
I don't know what the pastor had, but the judge married me.
So they
Now
give
what
you
repercussion he got?
so they give you a legal right to just separate yourself, huh?
Yeah. The biblical historical reference to marriage may not still be practiced by all Hebrews now, yet it still could apply to some today. The marriage license is a construct of a man.
Mm.
Big.
That's just
Wow.
shacking up. That's another term.
That's all that is. Shacking.
That's
I think
shacking
whatever
up.
people need in a
That
relationship is
and
personal
that's
You can
that's
hear
space.
the truth
basically. I
if you
mean,
want to.
no. Mm-mm.
Now, and you know what? Here's one. You got to understand, and it's statistically true that 70% of divorces,
Wow.
70% of divorces are initiated by
By the
the
woman.
women.
Yes.
You know why?
Exactly.
Can
I got
Bam.
something.
I'm
I got a caveat to that one. You know why?
Yeah.
Most men don't leave; they cheat.
Don't
oh
do that. Don't do that.
well, I'm gonna
Don't do
take it.
that.
I'm gonna see if I can go back to the Old
Yep.
Testament.
Because a man is
David,
thinking with his
stop
head,
talking
he's
over
thinking
people.
about what he got to lose. He's thinking about the money
Hmm.
portion. Women are emotional people. So when we feel like, oh my God, he don't love me no more, we run and go get a lawyer. But a man is thinking about, well, shoot, I'm gonna lose my house. I'm gonna lose my lifestyle. So they go and get one of these side chicks and they live in a double life. So yeah, that's why.
But
That's
you know
why.
what? Again, times are changes. These women is cheating left and right.
Yeah,
And that's
Like
but
just
they
that's
cheat.
yeah.
if I can go
They
back
they
to the
cheating
Old
like 40
Testament,
going north, as they
if I
say, like 40 going north.
if I
What
can
you
go
So
say,
back to the
Jay?
Old
again,
Testament,
times are changing about all that stuff. So it's just crazy.
if I can go back to the Old Testament, I can't give you a verse and chapter, but where the fellow wanted to divorce his wife, and it says uh, it was easy for them to divorce his wife right then because they would stone him, and they're done with the wife. She's dead.
Yeah.
But when
Well,
they
the
came on,
other,
they said give him a letter of divorcement.
well, in one culture, the how they divorced them, you throw a shoe under the bed.
Huh?
Yeah, I
Ain't
thought
nobody
that
doing no voodoo.
I thought that was hilarious. No, that was part of some of the cultures. It was about you throwing the shoe under the that meant you were divorced.
I don't know that one, but I'm just saying, as it said in the old biblical time, give him a letter of divorcement because if a guy say he wanted to divorce his wife, he could stone her right then, and she it may not be
Mhm.
her fault that they get
Yeah.
divorced, but the man say I'm tired of you, so therefore he would stone him. But then
Well,
it was come back, give her a letter of divorcement
right.
because there's no need for you to kill somebody when you're the one that's doing wrong.
I
Yeah,
got something
because
else.
go ahead.
So the United States, women don't have rights like we do here in the United States all over the world.
They
Right.
don't.
And I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan, and their women are property basically.
Yes.
So Thailand, same thing. The women, I mean, man, women get treated bad in other countries. So here, I'm just glad I was born in the United States. That's all I got to say.
I
We
put it
doing
Amen.
this
all these prenups and we look at them and say that their lifestyle is messed up, and you go to their country and they're looking at us as women, and we're not covered up and we're showing our hair and all this stuff. They look at us sideways when we
I put it this way. I'll be totally serious with you. If my wife closes her eyes today and I do decide to get married again, it will not be no white nor black.
I understand why, because they're finding the reason why they said there a lot of men are going to other countries finding
No,
wives
CC, you are not in it.
because
So stop,
no, you're not
stop
talking. Which
crying,
one are you
CC.
talking about?
Okay,
Both.
because I'm lost. He don't get married again. He ain't gonna marry no white woman or no black woman. What you gonna marry? A
there's
blue
Well,
woman?
Asians,
because
Asians,
number
there's all
one,
kind of
I tell you why.
Arabic.
One reason is because women from other countries are now more likely to accept the traditional role of marriage than women in the United States.
Yes,
because they don't
yes.
have any rights.
Oh,
No, but
that's
No,
why
once
no,
he
no,
once
put
no,
him
they
no,
as a
no, 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 no,
slave.
no, no, no.
Oh, okay. He called
Most
him
of
a
them,
slave.
they do not feel like it is beneath them to take the traditional role of being at the in the house,
Hey,
taking care of the
Urban.
children and cooking. To them, that's that they don't consider that as beneath them. They
right,
consider it an honor in their relationship, and that's how they, that see
as
those are the traditional roles.
as long
Because
as
they
the
don't have
man
any
is good to
rights.
them, as long as the man is good to them and doing what they're supposed to
I
do,
know I've been there.
the woman will be obedient. I'm Forgive me for saying the word obedient, but I'm just using it as an example. If the husband is doing what he's supposed to do 100%, that woman will be
Hey,
obedient.
I don't
And,
mind being
and
submissive to a man that's doing what he's supposed to do.
yeah,
There it
But
okay,
you know what
okay,
the difference is,
okay, CC.
J3?
I don't. I
You
don't.
know what? And I wouldn't. Well, at this point in my life, it's too late. But I wouldn't mind being submissive because in those countries, in Iraq, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, you can't get a wife unless you can afford one. Them women are not working a 9 to 5.
Right.
They have them behind walls, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
They don't, you can't, they wear burqas, you don't even know what they look like. Another man is not, you can't even see you. Well, with the burqa, some of them you can't even see their eyes. They got little holes in there. So women do not work like we work in the United States. So it's completely different,
they
which is
don't.
why
They don't.
all of this, all of these things came about because we had to go out there and break our back just like a man. And then you come home from work, you got to take care of the kids, you got to feed the dog, you got to wash the dishes, you got to cook the food. So we're doing double duty. In those countries, some of them you have to pay a dowry. You have to be able to afford a wife. You can't have a wife and not have a pot, a pot to piss in. You can't just say, "Oh, I want to get married." So you know what happens over there? All of the old men have the women. The young men who don't have nothing, they don't have no wife because they can't afford one. So we can compare ourselves to them and we could say, well, I don't understand why there's a prenup in the United States. There's a prenup because we were forced out there to go and work and darn near kill ourselves to help our men to help our men. But
Uh,
now it seems like there's some men who want to take on the feminine role and you know make us do double duty. They don't want to come home. They come home from work, they kick up while you in the kitchen cleaning the house and washing the dishes and washing the clothes, and you just did a 9 to 5 just like he did. And this is
let
not.
me interrupt you just for one
Yes.
second. If I pop off of here, this thing just gave me a 10%. So if I
Um.
pop off, that'd be at the Wi-Fi done went out. So
Okay.
just letting y'all
So
know
can
now.
anybody answer Urban's question that's going across the screen?
Can't
I
even.
need help.
The
I'm
gauge
canning
meter.
green beans, and the
I use
gauge is
canner
not.
once. It's fine. The only thing is
I got it.
16
Her
channels.
um
So
her
double
pressure
that.
canner is not sealed, so you're gonna have to wait. If the nipple already popped up, turn the oven off, wait till the nipple comes back down, wait another 10 minutes, then open it up, turn the pot away from your face, check the seal. You got to
Yeah.
press the can
Check the
because I
seal.
watched your video. Check the seal, take it out and put it back on and then close it back up. And it should be hard to close the canner. It shouldn't be
Right.
easy. And then you just start the process. You have to start from the very beginning. You have to start all over. You have to go and depressurize for another 10 minutes and then you pressurize for whatever time limit
That's
the
why I don't
ball
like
candy
candy.
guy told you to. Yeah.
Okay. I love
Exactly why I
pressure
don't
candy.
like candy.
Yeah, I love pressure candy.
No,
I want to
no,
can,
no.
but
I love it.
my pot sits this high, and the hood of my stove sits this high, so I
Um,
can't use it. So,
Yeah,
but I have
I
a can.
love it.
Yeah,
Um, DC says it seems like so many people are so transfixed on the stuff and the life image.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I don't get
That's
it.
Believe it or not, that is the way us
yeah.
Americans have so-called taught and been trained to always think of yourself more than what you should be. When I retired from the military, from the prison, all the stuff, I stopped wearing suits every day. The only time I
Mhm.
wear a suit now is going to a funeral, and sometime when I go to church, I only wear a shirt and tie.
Yeah.
I got out of it because I used to wear. I wore a suit more than I wore jeans.
Um,
I was so much of people saw me on the more of a when they saw me they said that's Elder Johnson. No, I'm your brother, just like everybody else. You don't have to treat me no different.
Right.
If you got a conversation, you talking about girls and stuff. I'm not. That depends. I know what conversation to get in and what not to get in.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
um,
I don't want I don't want to take and let you see me this way, but then when you actually see me, oh, you just full of it. No, I'm gonna be me.
Right. Right.
so,
Yeah.
oh,
Go ahead,
country
Tam. I
hustle
just wanted
said,
to say, yeah, I just wanted to say, let me say this, then I'm getting off and going to bed, y'all. But
Mhm.
because I got to get up
Tomorrow
early.
morning.
But let me say this. I watch a lot of different videos. I watch a lot of videos about how people are talking and everything. I'm gonna tell you what I found. When I listen to a lot of videos of men talking, and I found that the really good ones, the ones that really want something out of life, guess what? Shocking, shock to a lot of people, they still have the same traditional values that they want in the relationship that we grew up with. The really good ones who say, I don't mind working and letting her stay home and take care of the family. A lot of these men are still looking for some of those same good traditional values that they believe will make a relationship work. Because,
Right,
like I tell people, the faces may change, but I hate to tell you, but the game remains the same.
right.
It's
I
the
told my
same.
wife. I told my wife no working. She had when I was stationed at Fort Stewart. She had one job working at the soul shop. I told my wife. I said no working. I said you got kids now. My wife did not go start working until every one of the kids were getting ready to go to high school.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there was a whole bunch of time. She said, I want a car. I said, all right, all right, all right. And then when all the kids were in middle school getting ready to go to high school, I said, you need to get a job. But it wasn't because she needed to get a job, because the way things are going now, she has to make credit for herself and all this other stuff. They're not going to take my
Mm.
credit from my wife. So that's one of the reasons I told her, you need to get a job. You get the car, I pay for it, but it's in your name and everything. So I established my wife's credit and everything once the kids were up in age.
Mm.
Same
Yeah.
thing for the 5 kids. I started a bank account with their name on it, gave them good credit and everything. So when they get out on their own, they can keep going or they can mess it up.
Mm.
Yeah. Let me tell
I
you
did
something.
what I was supposed to do.
I've learned a good man is a good man is a good man. And if you find one, he
You better
don't mind
hold on.
talking to you about the things that you need to talk about. And you will see him for who he is. Because believe it or not, a lot of in the young men I listen to online, they're in their 20s and maybe 30s. These are guys who want those same traditional values. When I married my husband, I was 40. And let me tell you something. He told me, he's like, look, Sheila, you can work or you can stay home. I don't care. He said, because number one, because my kids were older. He said, and we're a blended family. He said, because look, I married you and it's my job to take care of you. You can work if you want to. You can stay home if you want to. It's your choice. I chose to work because I believe that if I worked, we would get to where we need to be faster. That's why I work. Did I have to work? No, I didn't. That's why I told them little bad kids in the school who kept saying, "I get you fired." I was like, "Baby, I don't have to work if I don't want to." So that killed a
That's
lot
it.
of that foolishness. But a good man is still a good man. But the only way to know he's a good man, you have to talk. People stop talking about the material stuff and talk about the stuff that matters. Because if you get sick and you in that hospital, honey, that material stuff is not going to come to the hospital and hug you and hold your hand and make you feel better. That's not where. If something happened to you and you lose a leg or arm, that material stuff is not going to be there to support you and say you can still walk, you can still do the things that you want to do. That material stuff is just what it is. It has no feelings. It can't do nothing for you. It's just stuff. Because when you get my age, you look around your house and you see all that stuff, and all you want to do is get rid of it. It's just stuff. Give me my husband and the relationship we had before you get me a lot of stuff, because stuff, look, I got a friend now, all she believed in was stuff. That's why she by herself now. I told her, she said, well, I don't think I need to change it. All I told her was, baby, you better get you some cats. If you want
There are
somebody
some
to be.
people who are married and they are alone. They go to
Yeah,
the
Yes.
Right.
hospital.
yeah,
Their husband and wife do not care.
yeah.
Don't care.
But like I said, a good
So
man is a good man, but the
a good
relationship,
woman is hard
yeah.
to find. I'm
And a
not just
good
talking
woman
about
is
men.
hard to find too. And a good woman
The
is a good
good women.
woman.
It all not all women. Just because you're a woman don't make you good.
And
There
No,
there are
no,
exactly.
there are
no,
people out there, men and women that are not nice people, and they're in these relationships for the wrong reason.
the
Same
wrong
woman that I was
reason.
talking about with the farm she's still on people property. She
Uh-huh.
and this is a true story, and this is wicked. So her husband fell off the step and broke his neck, and he was paralyzed. The family moved in order for them not to lose his piece of the property. It was 30 acres. They moved him to another spot, and he paid rent at his sister's establishment, which was right down the road because they own hundreds of acres. So it got to the point where they couldn't take care of him no more, and they wanted to move him back to his house with her. Did she, she told them there ain't no room for him over here.
Lord have mercy.
Wow.
Lord have
And it was
mercy.
his house. It was his family property. That's why I'm saying you got to be careful who you marry, because some people
Exactly.
are not in it for the right reasons.
Right.
True.
She told them, and she goes to church all the time. Just because you go to church don't make you a nice person either.
Amen.
So she told them there ain't no room for him here. Now you tell me that woman cared about that man. They had to put him in somebody else's house. They have this home, like people have these their houses where they take care of people like that in their house. Like it's like taking care of foster children, except it's elderly people who
Right.
can't take care of themselves no more. That's where he ended up passing away,
Yeah,
somewhere else.
yeah.
She
Oh,
told him. She
okay.
told him.
I've
Yeah.
got 6% now, but since DCB put it up here, modern society, you need to go back. Modern society work to destroy marriage and family.
Yes, it has.
He is telling the absolutely truth.
Yeah.
It's not always that
Yeah.
husband and wife, but it's what the outside brings in to destroy that marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
They say a woman needs to be home and a man need to be out working, and then all of a sudden the man needs to be in jail. So they tell a woman you need to get out and work so that you can provide for your family. But true enough, as he said, this modern society has broken up marriage that a lot of people don't. They when they say let's get married, they really don't understand what they're saying.
No, they
And
don't.
Well,
in
you know what
modern
I think is a
society,
lot of
like
people.
to see us split up.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And a
Yep.
lot of people who are in jail most likely don't belong there, and I believe that's a new form
Come,
of slavery.
come
Yeah,
on
it
now.
is. It is.
Come on
I
now.
think that's free labor. They put you in there sometimes on some stuff, something that you shouldn't go to jail for that long, and they keep you in there or keep them in there, because I've never been to
Yes.
jail.
Oh,
And
me
they
either.
don't pay. They don't have to pay them. They
I
set them
worked
out
at a
there and make them
prison.
work. It's the new form of slavery.
Yes,
That is
it
why
is.
there's so
It
many poor people in jail.
it's not a new form of slavery. It's continual slavery from back in the day. People were arrested
Yes.
just for spitting on the ground, throwing chew. If they said you was just an ugly so and so person, you go to jail.
Hmm.
And that is one way that they can control us due to the fact the men is locked up and they can control the women.
Right. Right.
All right, Tampa.
DC,
Well, I'm gonna
have
head
a
to
good
bed.
night, DC. Calling me
Don't
high
run that
tight, okay?
imitation CC.
Good.
I'm
uh,
sleepy, and it's past
DC,
the
you
2 hour mark.
DC, you not going to sleep. You in the alley.
I'm going to sleep.
You
I,
you want to
I,
you
I'm
want to know how I
just.
know that's not CC? Because I counted the dark bricks on that wall back there many times, and they are not adding up tonight.
Okay, DC said unless the law of the land violated God's law is always a higher period.
Yes,
Period.
Okay,
yes.
Period. Period.
okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I ain't gonna mess with you, CC. I don't know when I'm gonna come
I
back,
appreciate you coming on,
All
but
Tracy.
when
right,
I
that's
come
Yeah.
good.
back, that's when I'm gonna do all this. Hopefully, I have light in the house and I won't be sweating as much and all this other crap. Hey,
We
Yeah,
can't
we
see you
miss seeing you
sweating
on
anyway.
live. I
Good
miss
night.
seeing you on live.
I don't know. As soon as I get lights and stuff in here, because I got a whole lot to talk about.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
All right,
good.
we're
Well,
gonna have
David
some
good.
will
time.
actually throw a
That's why I got
shoe.
my notifications on. Good
Because
night.
Good
if I
night.
saw y'all last weekend, last
Cece, go.
Monday,
Yeah.
I was on a somebody night show and I said I wanted to put my foot in somebody behind. I tell you about all that too.
Oh,
America, we
Yeah,
have
them
it pretty
people
good.
pissed me off and then find out uh, I could keep my foot. I didn't have to shove it up where it don't need to go.
wow. I
Yeah,
missed that. I must have missed that live because
No, I didn't do it yet. It was I think
Mackenzie, give me
sifting
them
with
tweezers
soil,
that was on the
and
floor.
I was mad, and I just rolled it in there. I didn't come up anything. I
oh,
just I
fighting
wanted to put
temptation.
my
Submission.
foot where the sun didn't shine.
Wow. Submission and obedience are not the same thing. Being
it's
submissive
different.
brings honor to a man. Expecting
Amen.
obedience is based on false sense of authority.
Tell it,
Yes,
tell
but
it, tell it.
you're only supposed to be
I'm
submissive to
sorry,
your
Annalise. She
husband.
said I'm way behind.
Your
I'm sorry.
husband.
I'm trying to
That's
catch
it.
Your
up.
husband. You only have to be submissive to your husband.
Your
And then the
husband.
Bible also says men should love their wife as Christ
As
loved the
Christ loved the
church.
church,
And
even
Say it
unto
again.
death.
that is biblical too.
Wait a
So
minute.
Say it
you don't
again.
have to be submissive
Jamaica,
to
even
somebody who ain't your
unto
husband.
death. Yeah, even
Yes.
unto death.
That's it.
Yes.
Even unto death. Yep.
Mike said it's some real life handmaid's tales over there, not to be admired. Yep, yep. Um, I got chickens, no cats for me. I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry, Analytic. That's why we need to make good decisions about who we marry. A good decision will ensure that a spouse would care for you just like you care for him if needed. Like my
Indeed.
grandparents was married 59 years. My grandmother has endured two episodes of breast cancer, and both of her breasts has been removed,
Hmm.
and my grandfather still was there.
Yeah.
How
Amen.
many men nowadays stick around when a woman gets sick, or how many women stick around when a man gets sick? If a
All
man
right now.
gets hit, paralyzed in a wheelchair, when is that? What's gonna keep you there? Are your vows gonna keep you there, or are you gonna think that you got to take care of this person for the rest of his life or her life?
Yeah.
Some people ain't built to be married.
Ooh, let me
You
tell you
know,
something. I'm there for the long haul because Lord have mercy, it's hard out here now. Ooh, I don't feel. I pray for those who looking for a good relationship nowadays
good night,
because
happy Matt.
if people would stop believing all of the fake stuff, they might get their heads on straight. Jamaica, did you freeze? Oh, okay. For a minute there, you were so still. I thought you froze for a minute.
No, I'm just listening.
Yep.
Look, but I love what you said. I mean, you know, like I said, it's wonderful to be with a group of people. We can disagree, but we can still love each other and we can still continue on as friends. I'm glad we've matured enough in our lives to understand we're not meant to think exactly alike. We're not meant to agree on everything, but yet we still love each other and we hold on to the important things. Even in friendship, you hold on to the important things, So, and besides, a good friend is one to tell you what they think. That's what a good friend will do.
Yeah.
Because he saved me
Yep.
from the ones that'll watch me make a fool out myself and won't say a thing and then get behind my back and laugh. She was so stupid. No,
Yep.
that's
And
not a
talk
friend.
like you like
Yeah.
talk about you about like a dog. And
Hmm
then
Yeah.
That's not a friend.
everybody else stop liking you just because of one person saying something
Yeah.
about
And they and they never let you know. They just go ahead and make a mess. And you like, why is everybody just looking at
Yeah.
you.
And then
Why?
abandon you. When it get tough, they gone so fast you won't even know when they left.
Right.
Mhm.
Mike says serious that burqa stuff started in the 70s. Was not before that. Look it up. Women were our powerful, was our power before that.
But you know what? That had to do with who was in leadership at the time.
Yep.
No,
Thank you,
burkas are
Bayou, for
still
dropping everybody's
burkas. I
channel.
was in Afghanistan in 2000. Let me see. I was in Afghanistan from 2004 to 2005. They wear burkas. I was in Iraq from 2006 to 2007. They wear burkas. Now they're totally different. Afghanistan, they were completely covered. You couldn't even see through that bad boy. You go to
Okay.
Kuwait or you go to Iraq, or I didn't even see the women in Iraq. Tell the truth, we barely saw the children.
Oh, Lord,
But
they
when
kept
I
them
went
on.
to,
They
I
kept them.
remember we were walking around Qatar, and I mean, I thought I was covered. I had my shirt on and all that stuff. My hair wasn't covered, my face. This woman had her face covered, and you should have saw her eyes get wide. I could tell she was like, basically calling me a prostitute because I didn't have myself covered enough. Their
But I
their
know
lifestyle.
I do know in some places that you visit, some women we have to some people have to abide by some of their customs. Like I
Yes,
know when you go to Dubai, they say you to be able to be respectful, you have to
cover it up,
cover yourself.
cover
And
yourself
you know
up.
what? I don't blame them. I promise you, in Dubai, I mean, respectfully covered. And you don't have to be covered from your head, but you respectfully covered. I mean, let's go back to relationship for a minute. All this belongs to my husband. I ain't got no business advertising it for the world because the world is not taking care of me. My husband is. That 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 just doesn't register. So I understand, but I appreciate, because you remember that one lady got arrested in Dubai because they said she was disrespectful to the culture.
Mm.
She got arrested. I don't know if she ever left from there, but they wasn't playing with her.
No,
But
once
yeah,
and she's a woman.
it
Shoot,
was a
forget
woman.
about it.
It
Forget
was a
Well,
about
woman.
it.
I seen the woman, she was renting one of the rental cars, and I'm guessing she was upset and yelled. They
Yep.
locked her up, and she
Yes,
was
they
like, she was
did.
a
Yeah.
truck driver. She got locked up for a month.
I like the fact they don't put up with all that drama, because that's just drama.
But you
Come on.
got so many of Americans want to move to these foreign countries. You
Hmm.
don't know what the laws is over there while you running from America to another country.
Yep.
Because Jamaica,
Clearly
I know when
something
you
is
went over
going
there, I
on.
know you were
Yeah,
shocked at some of the stuff.
thank you. Clearly
Yeah.
something is going on. They running
Yeah.
here. Why would you want to run
Yeah. They live different over there.
there? Exactly.
Women especially. It was shocking. I mean, I was so glad that I
Right,
wasn't born
Mike.
there. What did you
Yeah.
say?
He said we need to stop treating it like it's biblical. It's not.
Yeah.
And some of those places are very hot. The sun burn your skin.
And them women have to be covered from head to toe.
Yep.
I don't think I'd ever go outside just so I could stay under the air. If you have air.
Well, I think
Well,
that
if
as long
I'm
as
not mistaken, Mike said this stuff didn't exist before the sevens. If I'm not mistaken, the Bible does tell you to cover thyself. You're not even supposed to see that. Some you're not even supposed to see nobody naked. Your father, your
No,
mother,
you're
and
not.
who else?
Yeah. Yeah. The Bible referred to it as let's see, you must, what this is, not put them, they must be cast out. Actually, in a lot of the language, that meant they must be killed.
mm,
Yeah.
They must be killed.
But
But that's
guys,
not
we
the phrase.
go
I forget exactly how they put it. But when I studied, I was like, oh, that meant they should be killed. Okay. They wasn't playing with no
baby.
foolishness.
People don't
and
even that was in temple. People don't even realize if we were living by God's law, majority of the world be dead.
yeah, yeah, especially here in the U.S.
Thank
Yeah.
God. Thank God. That's why Jesus came, to forgive us of sins. Thank you. I'm glad he came. Because if he hadn't come, we'd still be getting decapitated and burnt and stoned and whatever. But
Well,
it's still some crazy laws on the books in some states that you just look them up.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. So I'm like, wow, you know what? I'm grateful. You
Yeah,
know, I'm grateful I was born on this soil. I ain't gonna even lie. Because when you sit back and listen to what other people are going through in other countries,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like, we ain't got it so bad. I mean, you know, certain things
No,
happen, certain things
we
we
don't.
can't stop. But come on now.
We don't. I mean, we have it. Believe it or not, this country is so spoiled. People don't, and they say the United States is probably one of the youngest countries on the planet. So they said we're like the rebellious teenager. We want to do whatever we want to do. So I thought that was funny. That was a funny way to put it. But when you think about it, everybody looks at the United States and say, "Wow, y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. We can't do that over here." You know, even
Hmm.
even 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 in the UK, they still look at some stuff we do. No, we
They
don't do
can't
that
do,
over
yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
We got a lot of rights that they
LG
don't.
said, I love travel to
don't
these countries.
appreciate.
I study their rules before I go. And in Dubai, they are building a new city that can hold 9 million people. And in Dubai, you better have some real money. 'Cause
Come on.
it ain't cheap over there, they say. Buddha up in here. You feeling okay, Buddha? And have a hissy fit if we don't get our way right, analytic. So, Miss Jamaica and Miss Jones, do y'all have anything else left to say about the topic? If not, tell everybody about your channel because we're at 2:25 in 2 hours, 2 and 25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm just Jones Truth. I have a small channel. I haven't put out a lot of stuff, content, but I love to pop in on people.
um, cousin said, I love this live. I appreciate you, cousin. And Buddha said, I haven't gone to bed yet because class emailed me and it take some time to them. My friend went live. So we got caught up there. And yes, I am okay. I'm drinking my water. Yes. That's why free religion reject New Testament. They want the old laws.
Yeah.
Tampa, I've been here all along and didn't get hit the likes. Be right back. Sorry, I'm gonna hit you up. Okay, okay. Well, guys, Jamaica, you got something you want to say about your channel?
Hello, I'm Jamaica Life, and I'm just as outspoken as I am here on my channel.
Yeah, and I love her, especially when she get that basket and go out there grocery shopping in her own yard. I'd be like, dang, I can't wait to do that. And
I
then she
gar
takes it in and cook it.
Yep, I garden. I don't do a lot of canning videos because I don't want nobody to get sick. So I tell everybody to go to Boss Canning Guy.
I know.
I just I'm trying to become a better person, not only with getting, doing stuff for myself. I'm just trying to share whatever I learn with everybody else, and you know I try to be a good person in general. Although everybody got their thing, but hey, I am who I am. I'm the same person here that I am there, and I hope you all come to visit my channel. I ain't that bad.
And Jamaica, that's all we can be is who we are.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hey, Miss Life. Hey, Miss Life. Analytics said they want some of the old laws. If they knew better, they certainly would want all of the old laws. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that's all I follow is the Old Testament. I don't believe in everything, but I don't knock other people for what they believe in. That's not my MO. The only thing that's going
Yeah.
to take me away from you, if you force your beliefs on me and tell me I'm wrong about mine, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. So I don't follow anything but the Old Testament, but yet I love each and every one of y'all, just like y'all, my sisters and brothers. Because we like Miss Jones say, everybody got their own opinion, but at the end of the day, we respecting each other and loving each other at the same. So hey, it is what it is.
Exactly. If we were all the same, Tampa, life would be so boring.
It would. Cause guess
and
what?
we
I'd be like, girl, you doing the same thing I'm doing. Bye.
and and we wouldn't have half the things that we have now. Because I was just talking about somebody making those mats. I would never know to do that. That's what makes this world
Exactly.
interesting. Everybody has different. Everybody has a piece of this world, a piece of, or plays a part in this world.
Thank you,
That's
Buddha.
why when somebody passes away, we feel so empty. We feel all that loss because it
Yeah,
seems like the world just fills in, and you're like, wait a
exactly.
minute, there's a piece of this there's a person missing. Someone's missing, and nobody notices but me. I know I felt that way about some of my family
I
members
know,
that
me
went from.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
Because you get on the phone and you go to call and then you be like, oh, can't call them
They're
no
not
more.
there anymore.
They're
Yeah, I
not there
can't
anymore.
talk.
Yeah.
Not there anymore. You got to appreciate people while they're here,
And
no matter how
appreciate the
different they are from you.
differences. And
Yes.
appreciate the differences because you learned from the differences. I've learned a lot from Tampa. I've learned a lot just listening to you, Jamaica, just this evening. I've learned, and those differences are what help round us out that we become better people. We learn from each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep the stuff that works for you and just don't worry about the rest.
Right. Right. We
But I
all
love
have to
y'all,
be.
and I'm glad you asked me to come up, Tampa, because I had
Oh,
tuned in
no
and I had
problem. Because I listen.
look, I had kicked back in my chair and was just gonna sit here and look.
But listen to this, and I'm gonna let everybody go. Tampa plays, Tampa jokes. Tampa is gonna be Tampa. I will not be put in a box for nobody because because you want me to be this way. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be me. You gonna love me for who I am. If not, you can kick rocks. Tampa is 48 years old, and I will sit here and listen to the older generation quicker than I would somebody my own age. Simply because if I know you got wisdom, you can teach me something.
Right,
But an
right.
old fool, you can go on about your business. Ain't nothing you can teach me. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all come up here, I promise you, I am truly grateful because a lot of times I will sit here. I want to be quiet like a little kid in the school because, hey, the teacher's talking. I want to know what you got to say.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, my opinion is all that matters to me when I'm making a decision. Your advice is helpful. Now, you know what I'm saying? I might take some of your advice and sometimes I might not. Because at the end of the day, I got to live with my decision.
Amen.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. That's what I taught my children. Whatever decision make sure you can live with that decision.
Hmm.
That
Yep.
decision. With that
Um,
decision, yeah.
what did I miss? We didn't. Oh, cousin say yes. I love all people, even the alpha.
Even what?
Okay.
Even the
uh,
alphabet.
Yeah, reading the law scriptures, and I was raised in Catholic school till first grade from Christian school. It was like the same for me. Just be you and be happy. Right, right, right. So, guys, in case you didn't know, if you want to get a shirt from me, any of the funds that goes to the shirt is gonna help me with getting on my land as quick as possible. So, whatever you want, cotton or poly poly polyurine thing, polyester. I'm just playing. Polyester. If you want, I'm gonna show the shirts one more time before we leave for
Did you
those of
add it
you
onto
all.
your site as Tampa? Did you
I
add it
hadn't
onto your Did you add it onto your site as merch?
I don't know. I hadn't got my subscription. I hadn't got my family yet, my 500 yet.
Okay.
Oh
So
man.
these are
Okay.
the shirts. They can come in any color.
Yeah.
This is on polyester, but you can also get it on cotton and whatever shirts you pick. But this is Mackenzie's shirt. So my mom was just showing me the difference with putting supplement on cotton.
Right.
She ain't putting supplement on cotton. She was just trying to show me how it wouldn't take
Right.
like the
Well,
actual
make sure
supplement.
with Tampa, make sure you do a cute little short about your merch. Since you
Okay.
haven't gotten your 500, just do a cute little short and throw it up there and just make sure everybody can see it.
Yeah. You need. Yeah, I need five. I need the five. I'm like 468 so far. So I've been had all my watch hours. I just need the subscriptions. I mean the family, the new family members. Put it like that. What happened to Jamaica?
He
Hey,
dropped
Buddha,
out.
Buddha, Buddha. I got you tomorrow. I will run you and yes, promote. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's been real, Miss Jones. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that came out to support me and Mackenzie. I've literally had to spend the day with her today. She started womanhood Friday
Oh, bless her heart.
at 10.
Oh, bless her heart. Yeah.
So I spent today nervous trying to talk to her today.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a while since you talked about the facts of life.
Exactly, because my baby is 26. So you can imagine that's a long time ago. So, but yeah, I am most gratefully grateful. Yes, Analytic. Yes. She said, oh, wait, what? 10. Like literally. So, and the sad part about it is she started like at 1 o'clock. I was still at work. She didn't tell my daughter at all. She waited till I got off to tell me. I was like, girl, your TT was in the next room. Why didn't you tell her? Oh, I just wanted to make sure. You was sure when you saw.
So she figured because you older, you know better.
I
You know
guess
more.
so.
You know better.
I guess so.
She was
So
going to wisdom. She saw something in you that she's like, no, I'm gonna talk to her.
yeah, so I appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you, my Vita Laura Loca. But yeah, so we had Girls' Day and we went and got the Captain D's that I've been wanting for the last week. Then we
Okay.
did a little shopping at Five Below and where else we went to Dollar General and then we went to Sarah's house. So I ended up buying me one of these books.
Oh, that's cute.
And I actually bought Sarah one to give to her since we was going to her house and she liked bees. But it's just a little notebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then Mackenzie picked this one out, like a little take pick.
Oh my gosh. That's cute.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
too cute. Look,
Yeah.
look, probably a lot of their friends won't even know what that is.
Yeah, I know that that was an old school tape, like tape, the tape for the tape player.
I still
Yeah.
have some of those.
Yeah.
I still have some of
So
those.
where you got that dollar? Buddha, we got both of the books at Dollar General. Yep, we got both of them at Dollar General. Happy I called. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go look tomorrow. Yeah, they were at Dollar General. So, guys, Miss Truth, I appreciate you, Miss Jones. I thank you, and I thank everybody else. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. I like my thing. I like my things. And Happy Mac told me to do the thumbs down. It starts raining. You see it?
Uh-huh, like that.
Yeah. So, guy, and then if I do this, maybe let me do it this way. It ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it, guys.
What happens? What's
It's
supposed to happen?
supposed to do the balloons.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Okay.
it's supposed to. When I do the peace sign, it does the balloons, but it's not doing the balloons. So good night, everybody. Great, thank you, everybody. Make a heart with your hands. What? Make a heart with your hands,
I guess she
Mike.
said like this.
Mike, I don't know how to make no heart with my hand.
That's
That
it.
ain't make.
That's it. That's a heart.
Anyway, Mike. oh, she said I'm too close. Peace. There you go.
There it
There you
is.
go.
There it
Yes.
is. Oh,
So
cool.
I am Tampa's Creek. Come here. I'm Pam with Tampa's Creek, and this is Say Hey. That's Mackenzie, and this is our channel. So I want to thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate everything and everyone. See y'all tomorrow in these YouTube streets if the Lord's will. Peace and blessing. I love each and every one of y'all.
Peace out.
Bye.